So, Garrett, how was the ski trip?
Yeah, it was great. It was a good time.
Was there anything that was memorable? Did you have a concussion at any point?
No, but multiple cuts.
Do you have it? Let me see. Can you show me them on your forehead?
So,
Okay.
do you
That's
see
not
this
that bad.
acne?
Yeah.
None of that's acne.
Show the camera.
None of this is acne. This is all cuts. Like none of that is acne. It's all very small cuts from ice.
I'm sorry. This is gonna sound mean, but it's coming from somebody who has the same affliction. Your hair's gonna be gone soon, dude. Your hair's going away. I could see it when you took your hat off.
Jake, we've all been knowing this for many moons.
Well, I'm just saying, it's
And
coming.
it's-
It's fast approaching.
I know it's coming. And
It's from somebody who
I've
has to say,
accepted it.
shut up.
It's
As somebody who had at 19, I started doing that, and give about, I'd say 3 to 5 more years, and you need to start shaving your head probably.
But here's the thing: you have a great beard.
You do.
Well, that's the thing.
I think that's what God
in
does.
the Moore family, and I think it's Pauline.
What do you do for you? He did both.
I mean, some of God's chosen people, I guess. I don't know.
Well, the thing is, if you're bald, you need one of the 3 B's.
Oh,
All right,
Body.
Remember, this
beard,
is PG-13.
beard,
body,
or buff, however you want to take
or
it,
babes.
or
Oh,
boatload of money.
So
if you want to, if you still want to be talk with women,
I've only got one.
and you're
I've
bald,
only
you
got
need
one of
one of
those.
the 3 B's.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
I'm really
otherwise, as Pauline, my great grandma puts it,
Pauline. That is
if
a
you don't
great
have
grandma
any
name.
of those, you're just a fat bald guy.
Oh man,
that
that's
stinks.
sad. I'm sorry,
And
Pauline. I also
rest
want to
in
mention
peace.
Bailey. Shout out to our friend Bailey, who is a great guy. He decided to do a little prank on Garrett, and it's true to be that if you say Garrett can't do something, Garrett has this ability, which I think could be positive.
What do you mean? Yes, I can.
Yeah, it could be positive. Like, Garrett, you can't solve world peace. Okay, fine. I'll solve world
I
peace.
climbed a whole waterfall this summer because someone told me they didn't think I could.
Yeah. Well, I was there for that. Was that not the?
Yeah, it was Puerto Rico. Yeah.
I'm the one that told you that you couldn't.
No, it was Caroline's
Oh,
scarf.
Caroline
It
did.
was like, no, you can't do that.
So Bailey was like, "Hey, it was great. It was like -2 degrees. Or it was 2 degrees outside, not negative. It wasn't
Really?
below.
With
freezing.
the
really-
wind
but really
chill,
close.
it
With
was
the wind
single
chill.
digits.
Yeah.
It was rough.
And it was snowing. It was blizzarding. And so Bailey challenged Garrett to go outside and to let him dump a bottle of water on him.
Shirtless.
Shirtless.
Shirtless and shorts,
And
barefoot.
Garrett was like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And everybody's like, come on, Garrett. Come on, Garrett. And Garrett was
If
like,
Garrett gets a crowd,
Yeah.
Garrett gets like an audience.
he's an entertainer.
He's an
Bailey
entertainer.
publicly announced, Garrett's too scared to get the water dumped on him. I'm like, dude, shut up. I'm not scared. Why are you scared of water, Garrett? And it's like, well, at this point, the audience is there. And I'm like,
He's not a Wicked Witch of the West. He ain't going to melt.
I'm not.
So Bailey goes in, and his whole plan was to have a cooler full of water. Not just a bottle, but like a cooler. And just dump him full of water.
Like Super Bowl Gatorade.
Yeah. And we're like, all right, perfect. Well, his volunteer that he got to do it, instead of putting water in there, put ice.
Okay, so
And the ice had like chunked together. And
Because
so,
it was 2 degrees outside.
yeah, and so he pours the water on him, and he goes like, "Oh my God, it's water!" And then the guy's like, "All right, I got the ice." And he's like, "Yeah." He goes and goes to dump it, and like a clunk goes, like hits him, hits him in the head, and like there were like some other ice pieces, but just one giant piece hits him in the head, and then you hear on video like, "That hurt my face."
I didn't scream because it wasn't bad enough to scream, but I was like,
Like he has a
that
concussion.
hurt. And then we go inside.
No, you said that hurt my face.
Yeah,
That's what you said.
and we go inside, and then they're like, Garrett, you're bleeding, and I'm like, oh, am I? It busted my lip, and then there's blood running down my face, and I'm like,
And I was like, I'm glad I was not involved in this, but you took it like a champ. Though.
there was
You were
also
very kind.
never a water cooler. There was ice in all the coolers we brought, so it was
no
an ice
comment.
cooler from the start. They knew there was ice.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the Ben Maple Podcast. Super excited to have y'all here on episode number 7, lucky number 7. I am so excited. My first returning guest. I'm only on episode 7, but I have a couple of people that I love to have on the podcast, and Jake and Garrett are 2 of them because you're fun, you're great on the mic, you're just good people, you tell good stories, and I just love having y'all here. The first episode, which is on YouTube and Apple, you should go watch it, subscribe. Is blown up. Numbers are doing really well. There's the YouTube numbers, which does well. But then there's also the traditional listeners who right now are on Apple or Spotify or Amazon Music who also just listen.
You're on Amazon Music too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's
Just like Garth Brooks.
just like Garth Brooks.
He's an Amazon exclusive.
Yeah, we're exclusively
You
on
can only
Am-
listen to Garth Brooks on Amazon Music.
Yeah,
if you didn't know.
Garth and I, he texted me, was like, dude, you gotta get on this platform. And I was like, all right, I got friends in low places, let's do it. So I don't know, I'm just really excited. We got a couple more guests that are lined up for the podcast coming up in 2025. But my goal, kind of the theme of this episode, is what we're doing in 2025. But my goal is have an episode once a week, and this is kind of a big news. Y'all ready for this? The Ben
Hit us
Mayfield
with it.
podcast is switching to Monday releases.
Instead of Fridays.
Instead of Fridays.
So this one's going out tomorrow.
This will be going out tomorrow.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like
So,
for the recording.
we're
Yeah.
I didn't know if you had one
day
like.
edit on this.
Well, that's true. Well, the person that was supposed to be editing didn't make it. So that one actually puts a little bit of logistics. Actually, I need to text him. Hey, you should come down here right now and just give him. Go edit this.
Make him drive back
Let me do
up.
this. Let me do this. So we're doing this, and the idea being that Monday, we've looked into like some statistics that Mondays are the most downloaded like podcast day
Because
because
people are starting their week
they're
off.
starting their week off.
I
So
got to
we-
get my stuff prepped for work, driving to work, listening to my podcasts.
This is just like Mondays. They have this notoriety of being terrible and sucky, but this is like a ray of hope.
That's what
in
Garfield
the
says.
gloominess of a Monday.
yeah.
Garfield says.
I hate
Mondays.
Mondays.
But now Garfield has a podcast. The world has a podcast
To listen
to
to.
cheer them up and get them through the week. And so we're just really excited about this. So this will be our first like Monday podcast.
Nice.
I just text our producer Jackson hey, are you still coming?
Who was not here? Are you still coming?
Yeah, just,
After you told him not
not
to.
to.
He woke up 5 minutes.
That's the
before
definition of
film time.
gaslighting. Shout out to our boy Will. I don't know if you can get behind like Garrett's camera. Like I don't know if they can see you or not.
You'd have
But,
to go
sneak
around.
in there.
Go
Here you
around.
go, Will.
Get
That's
it.
Will. He's fantastic.
Yeah,
He's filling
Will.
in, so we appreciate him. But with this, I have a couple.
What do you say?
He said, "Did you find someone else?"
Say no.
Say no. We've been waiting this whole time for you. I thought you were coming.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to him. I'm gonna say we still need you, which is true because I need him to edit the episode. So we still need you.
Make him do it tonight. It's like
Yeah.
that's his punishment.
That's his punishment.
He has to do it tonight.
Because he made the schedule.
And
we
he's not
did this
following
because
it.
of his schedule. I love you, Jackson. As you're editing this, I love you. I love you. You're the best.
We all do.
So for today's podcast, though, I thought it'd be fun. We're kind of doing some New Year's resolutions, kind of doing some games. But I want to start us off with just like some fun, uplifting things. And so I kind of came
Okay.
up with a competition.
Okay.
It's going to be between the two of you as I'm the host. If I need to get involved, I shall destroy.
I don't know what that means.
So the first game we're going to do is via USA Top 10.
Okay.
All right? I'm going to let you decide who does which one. Okay? Because only one of y'all are going to do it. But it's via USA Today. So it's not like it's me or someone else.
Okay.
The first one is guess the top 10 oldest U.S. states by age, as in like the oldest amount of people live in this state, not the oldest state.
Oh, not the not since its existence.
No, but it's like
The
in
top
that state
10
has an
states
average
that
of,
has the oldest population.
yes.
I feel like
All right. Who wants to take a crack at that
I'd
one?
like to try that one.
Oh, boy.
Will you surrender that one?
I mean, I guess.
All right.
Do I get to steal it if he doesn't get it right?
No. I'll just give you your own category.
Okay.
All right, Garrett. According to the, and I want people like who are listening to kind of like follow along, try to guess in your head like where all the retirees live. All right.
Number one off the bat. This
I
should be
think-
your first round draft pick. If it's
Yeah.
not,
I have one for that.
All right. Hit me up.
I gotta think Florida. Is
Florida?
one of the top 10 because that's where all the old people move because it's warm.
Florida is number 2. You got number 2.
Oh my gosh, that's only number 2.
Yeah.
oh, there's an old,
mean,
there's one.
one state that has an older population than Florida.
Mm-hmm. And there's also 9 others. So.
I'm gonna say
Well, that's number 2 on the list.
California. I feel like would have some just because of how high of a population they have.
California is not on the
I wouldn't
list.
think so.
It would kind of even it out though if there's more people.
Yeah.
It's probably like-
Texas.
I would-
Texas up there.
No, Texas. That's
I think-
that's not on there.
I think you're thinking about where Republicans are moving from and to.
Well, I mean,
What-
California to Florida, California to Texas.
Well, it's not a population thing too, because if you have a smaller population but just an older part of that population, it's per capita.
what about Nebraska?
Nebraska,
Seems like a random get
it
pulled.
is a random pool and it's not on there. You're not crushing.
I
this.
mean, well, there's
How many
50 states.
how many
I'm
attempts do you give him? Do you give him 50 attempts?
I mean, I guess so. I mean, you're one in what,
I know
five?
it's not Hawaii or Alaska. I know it's not one of those two. So like,
do you
Maine.
know?
Is
do
Maine?
You, do you know it?
Is Maine your guess?
Yeah, Maine. I'm gonna say
Maine is
Maine.
number one on the list.
What?
Really?
Maine.
That's so interesting.
It kind of makes
I
sense.
wonder why.
though.
Did they give
Yeah.
any sort of?
Well, Cape Cod's there. Is that Maine?
That's
Yeah.
in Massachusetts, I
Oh,
thought.
it's Massachusetts.
It's
never
in
mind.
New England.
I mean,
I think people.
I guess Maine is retired. Smaller people.
Yeah.
Mostly Canadian
my
people. up there.
grandparents visit
Say
there
smaller
every
people?
year.
No, like smaller states. Sorry.
Oh.
Less people.
They meant smaller people.
I'm not getting canceled in 2025.
Goal.
All right, you got two
you got
of 10.
two.
You
Yeah.
got 2 of 10.
You got 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So just all right, throw out some other ones.
Georgia.
Georgia's not on there. All right, let me help you. One.
You're thinking about the
Should I
Dahlonega
be
population,
thinking more
weren't you?
Midwest?
I'll
or
tell you right now.
north?
Number 6, big and flat.
Oh,
That's a couple of them.
There's a lot. Montana.
You already
no,
said
That is correct.
The
Number
Montana.
6,
that seems like.
Montana.
Can I jump in here and like help out? Or you?
Yeah,
wanna
yeah,
go
help
into
them
it?
out, okay.
I was thinking places like Wyoming or Colorado, or you said big and flat. He already said
There's one that
Nebraska.
he named that he says not possible.
Is
one
it
of these.
Alaska?
No, it's Hawaii.
It's Hawaii,
Yeah.
bro.
Where are the old people getting the money to live in Hawaii?
They've worked their entire lives. That's what they work for.
Yeah, and it could be like a lot of like people that live on the island. are
You
just
said big and
older.
flat. He already said Nebraska.
Well, he said Montana. That was just,
but he
that
said
was
Nebraska earlier.
What about
Kansas?
Kansas, is not
Idaho?
One of them. Here's a hint. And it's going to be one of my hints that Jake doesn't like. Think of a Western.
Western?
New
Western.
Mexico?
Arizona?
No, it's a bad.
Western.
It's a bad hint.
That is a bad hint. Because he's already said Texas, and that one right
Think
there is Arizona.
West.
Washington or Oregon?
Oh my! Is it Tennessee or one of the Carolinas?
Oh, there is a Carolina.
North.
No.
South.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you got South Carolina's number 10. This is harder than I thought it would be.
This is really hard.
Well, I mean, there's 50
well,
states.
My hint was, all right. There's 2 of these states, but one of them's West.
Oh, West Virginia.
West Virginia. That's what I was thinking. Sorry, that's number 3.
When he says Western, he says it as Western.
Western.
I don't know why he says
There's
it like
a
that.
few words like
But
that.
it's Western.
Like coupon, also one he's struggled
It's a
with.
coupon?
In the past.
Malk.
Uh,
We have 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 10. So we're missing 4 and 5.
I'm thinking like
These are
if
New
Maine
England.
if Maine is still hanging out there, I'm thinking New
Yeah.
Hampshire, and I'm thinking Vermont are probably in there somewhere.
I will say that one of those or both of those are on this list.
Okay,
So
they're both
to
on
say-
there.
just to
So
say
New
it.
Hampshire and Vermont.
Number 8 and number 4. Number
Okay.
4 is Vermont. Number 8 is New Hampshire.
Is there nothing else out west?
There's
Rhode
no.
All
They're
Oh, it's
all.
all
They're
in
all.
Northeast.
These are all pretty much original colonies.
What about Maryland?
Not Maryland.
Virginia?
Not Virginia.
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania's number 9. You're just missing number 5.
New York.
This one is think of a Del-E.
Delhi.
Del-E. My
Philadelphia.
my
Pennsylvania.
My
No.
favorite musician
What?
is Adele. It's Delaware. Okay, I'm sorry. That was a bad hint.
Wait, I
Those are
forget
bad.
Delaware's a state, honestly.
I mean,
That just
I don't know. I was
sounds.
trying to get the Delaware.
This segment
Adele.
was a big bomb.
It was-
we
oh my
ruined
gosh.
it.
Yeah, this.
We'll
We
clip,
did
we'll
not
clip
know-
it though.
we
clip
didn't
it
know
though.
cut this one
anything.
All right.
on this
No, we're
one.
not gonna cut it out. It's fantastic. I love it because I feel like it's one of those things where people are trying to play along, like guess in their head too.
I don't know what would determine to me. I have to have like a determining factor.
Mm-hmm.
What's the determining factor for them all being in New England?
I don't know.
What's the determining factor of them being in Delaware?
Well,
I
like
don't
Florida
understand.
makes sense to me.
Florida
in,
makes
in
sense
Hawaii.
because of what we said.
Like the old
it's
people, they
warm.
want the warm.
It's retirement.
Yeah. South
places.
Carolina, the armpit of the South. How's that number 10? Like, why would you want to live there? I mean, I guess there's like Charlottesville. Is that South Carolina?
Yeah, but
Or-
that's less an old person place.
I mean, I
I'm
don't know.
thinking like your Hilton Heads or something like that. Is that
Yeah.
where people retire.
Montana may be like more a population thing. There's just not a lot of people there.
Not a lot of people
and
there.
the people there.
But I think people like they I don't know, they go retire out there.
Well, if you thought that list is going to make you mad, this next list is going to make you furious.
Is this mine?
This is yours,
Okay.
all right? This is guess the top fast food chains of 2024.
Of
And
2024.
via USA Top 10. And I don't think it's by sales. I think it's just what they said.
As popularity?
It's like popularity.
Oh, well,
Or maybe not popular, just what they thought was the best.
I'm going to have to go on what I think is probably the best.
Yeah, there's a couple of these that I don't think should be on this list. And I saw it and I was like,
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A is number 3 on this
Number
list.
3.
So, boom, starting off, the Lord's Chicken is number 3.
Yeah.
Some of these I'm like, this is wild. Number
Is it-
5.
Is there any?
Wild
Are there any
card.
that maybe we can, like you say, fast food, but it's maybe more of like a casual sit down that has a drive-through?
I would say every single one of these has a drive-through.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
so
there's something like a casual sit down. Okay. There's not a lot of these except out west, and they're kind of moving this way. But I hear everybody talk about how great In-N-Out is.
In-N-Out is number 4 on this list.
Okay.
So you got 3 and 4. I will say one of these. There's a couple of more chicken places,
A couple more chicken places.
but number 2
I
makes
don't-
me angry.
I don't think it makes you angry.
Yeah, I was like, why? Or number 5 really makes me angry, but number 2 is
I
like,
don't
what?
think Zaxby's is that great. It's okay, but I'm gonna say Zaxby's.
Zaxby's is number 9.
number 9. Okay.
I like Zaxby's.
Other
over
chicken
Chick-fil-A.
places, I hear people rave about Cane's, Raising Cane's,
Cane's is
There's
not on
but
there.
I don't think there's
but
enough of them.
Yeah.
they're not enough yet, but their chicken tenders, bro.
Well,
They
apparently we're getting one.
toast is
They're
so
getting one
good.
in Coming, where the
Oh, are y'all?
O'Charlie's used to be.
Oh, that'd be
up
nice.
where I live.
Yeah, they have Cane's, and then there's also a Guthrie's too. That's pretty good.
Guthrie's was a disappointment when I went. The
Oh,
one,
was it?
the one up there on 369
near the Walmart?
near
Yeah.
Walmart.
It's mid.
I went in there. Well, it's always about first impressions with me.
Right.
And there was all these kids in there. No offense to young employees, but if you're not wanting to work, it shows.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't hospitable. They didn't seem to care about what they were doing, and the food was mediocre at best. I was not thrilled.
Every time I've had the food,
Thank
it's
you, our
been
sponsor to
soggy.
Guthrie's. They sponsor this episode. They give us thousands of dollars.
Do better.
Yeah, do better. Do
Do
better.
better.
No, I think that's right. When you go to places, that's why Chick-fil-A is so popular. They're so kind and hospitable.
They wouldn't consider Dunkin' a fast food restaurant, would they?
No, I thought Dunkin' and Starbucks would be on here, but neither one of
I
them
guess
are
they're
there.
maybe not.
So that was on your little
not
list.
fast food, but it's more like quick service drinks that
Yeah.
happens to serve food.
This one has a lot of meats.
Arby's?
Arby's
No
is number
way.
10, dude.
No way.
Arby's.
You're making
We
that up.
had the meats.
Oh
No,
my gosh.
dude.
I haven't been to an Arby's in probably a decade.
Dude, their mozzarella sticks are pretty good.
They need to
Really?
bring back the potato cakes.
I don't think this is one, but it's one that I wish would
yeah,
make a
it
comeback.
would not be on your list.
I wish it would make a comeback because it used to be. Sorry, you can edit that out.
It could be used to be awesome.
Awesome was Sonic. I always thought Sonic was so great, but
Oh,
they're closing everywhere.
Yeah,
so it's not
Sonic's
on
not
there.
on there, dude.
Is McDonald's on there? Okay, because McDonald's I really don't think is a great fast food place.
No,
anymore.
I don't think they'd put
It's too expensive, and the food is not that great.
Yeah, because if they were doing like sales, I think McDonald's would be on there and Starbucks. But
What are they basing this on?
I
Just
think it's just what they think it was like.
an opinion
I'll
And
piece?
2024 was like really, it was really, really good.
I agree with McDonald's being expensive, but the new $5 meal deal they've had for a minute now is a great value.
Well, for kids who don't have a lot of money, I'm willing to pay more than $5 to get decent food. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I mean, you can get 40 grams of protein in the $5 meal deal.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, that's not what I'm talking about.
Quality protein though. All right, the next one has a military rank in it.
Captain D's.
Captain D is number 6 on this list.
What is going on?
Like what?
This-
Why did?
No,
How did
listen,
Captain
listen.
D's make this?
Don't sleep. I think we talked about this the last time.
Did we? Captain D's?
I mentioned it for some reason because we were talking about Cookout and how they
Yeah.
can get hush puppies, and I was like, I think it's the only fast food place you can get hush puppies. That's not true. You can get them at Captain D's. Don't sleep on Captain D's hush puppies. They
so
are delicious. And actually, I don't get seafood at Captain D's. I get their chicken fingers
That's,
because I don't like the fast seafood. I just
even
don't.
I get
Oh,
the
man.
fish there. I get the fish, chicken, and shrimp meal.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
You're expanding. You're expanding your horizons here with food. I'm surprised.
I've gotten a lot better since this year.
Wendy's? Is Wendy's on there?
Wendy's not on
Not on
there.
there?
There's still got 2 more chicken places, 2 more,
2 more chicken places.
I'll say,
We already
cultural
said-
food.
We already said Guthrie's. Taco Bell?
Taco Bell is number 7.
Okay. We haven't hit number 1 yet.
We haven't hit number 1 or 2.
There's one that
Number 7, Taco Bell. I can't eat anymore.
Pollo Tropical?
Close. I mean, it's around the same vein, but not quite.
Around the same vein. Cafe Tropical?
No, I'm not name wise, but like type of food wise. I don't know if you. I've only ever seen one of these in Georgia.
Really?
Yeah, this might be like an out west thing. It's kind of like a Taco Bell.
Del Taco?
Del Taco.
Oh.
I've never been to
I've
one.
never been to one.
Have you heard of one?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously just said it.
Yeah.
But
Only
that's
because
number.
of,
That's number 1
yeah.
on the list.
no.
Del Taco.
I've never even been. Comment below if you've been to Del Taco and let us know. Is it really that good?
Is it better than Taco Bell?
Should we eat Del Taco next time on the podcast? Just like have it like.
I mean,
okay.
where is one close by? We don't.
I don't know.
Let me see
I
where
know,
the
I know there's
closest
one in
one is.
You said
Gainesville.
there's two more chicken restaurants. Is that what's left?
Yeah, one's a character.
Character.
10 miles is the closest Del Taco.
Oh, that's not
12 miles.
That's
No,
not-
10.
that's
And
not-
there's
Oh,
like
10 miles.
within 13 miles, there's 4 or 5 Del Tacos.
What?
Oh, I guess I just don't notice Del Taco.
One's a character, a chicken
Eat
character.
spinach.
Oh, Popeyes.
Popeyes is on there.
Is
Number
Is
8.
Churches on there too? Then
No.
not Churches. The other
This,
chicken
the other
place.
chicken place.
Bojangles.
No, another chicken place. Look at number 2.
Churches. Popeyes.
Oh,
I
come
already
on.
said
It's the
Chick-fil-A.
OG chicken place.
Oh, KFC.
KFC.
Gotta be.
KFC is number 2. And I'm like, did KFC make a comeback and I just like missed it?
I think
in 2024?
They came out with that chicken sandwich. That was a few years ago, I think, and I tried it, and it was fine, but it was not as good as Chick-fil-A in my opinion.
Yeah, the KFC in Dahlonega and Dawson both shut down.
Oh, did they really?
So I'm like, I haven't been to KFC in a very long time.
I don't know where they're getting their statistics from. It's
Yeah.
obviously not Georgia.
And then this is the most controversial one for me, is number 5.
Oh, is that we don't have that one yet?
No.
Well, okay.
Is
give
that
me, give me
what
a
kind
hint.
of?
I'll say this: my grandpa used to get us breakfast here, and breakfast was always pretty good.
Oh, I think I got.
Go ahead.
Is it Hardee's?
It's Hardee's.
Oh, Hardee's breakfast. Don't sleep on it.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
think
a
the, I don't
great
think-
yeah.
breakfast.
the regular food not so much.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like Hardee's, like
Or
I guess
Carl's Jr. Depending on where you are.
Yeah, I don't know why they had to change the name,
It's-
but yeah, the breakfast has always been good.
We were discussing this on the bus on the way back yesterday. Bailey was like, "Man, don't sleep on Hardee's breakfast. You go to any town where they don't have like a local biscuit joint, all the
Hardee's.
old people flock to Hardee's."
Yeah, I mean that's why my grandpa used to take us to Hardee's for breakfast. We're all like, yeah.
Yeah.
In Dahlonega, the Dairy Queen serves breakfast, and its biscuits
yeah.
are so good.
That must just be like a
It's a
local to them.
Yeah.
Because the one in Cumming doesn't.
No,
do that.
No.
it's depending on where you are because I know a bunch in Gainesville and the one in Jefferson on the way to Athens also serves breakfast. And apparently the one in Dahlonega has won Best Biscuit of the Year in Dahlonega, but it's basically because they have a monopoly. No one else is selling biscuits.
Well,
know.
besides Chick-fil-A and
I
McDonald's.
was like, I don't know if
Yeah,
that's, I don't know if
that's
that's true.
Yeah. And there's Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
Like, there's other places, but yeah.
Dunkin' Donuts is like their quick, like the stuff they toss into a microwave oven real quick is not good.
Yeah.
It's like Dunkin'. You've
Our,
got to do
our
better.
chefs know how to press buttons. So
Dunkin'
Well,
for
those
the
were
dough.
interesting.
yeah. Well,
Those are tough lists, man.
it was tough, but I hope you can at least play along and kind of learn something. Or
I would like to say that if I had had like the criteria of why they picked these things, I might have done better. But I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, I don't know. When I was trying to find stuff to do, I was like, man, this is kind of hard. But I'm going to do this one.
Okay.
This is for Jake.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Garrett.
It's okay. I'll wait.
Or I guess you both can do it. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. So we're doing this. Sorry, I might write this down because I'm a nerd. Rank these childhood memories, but blindly.
So I don't know what's coming next.
You don't know what's coming next.
Okay.
1 through 5. There's 5 total.
Okay.
All right. The first one is trick-or-treating. You both can do it.
4. I feel like there's so many better memories. And you trick or treat all the time. It's every year. So I just feel like,
I mean, not all the time, once a year.
yeah, it's once a year. I just feel like there's a lot of childhood memories that it's like.
Here's like going like in like September trick or treat. Like,
Well,
well, dude, too early.
I'll put it at 3. I'll put it right in the halfway point. I do have some great memories of like being older and like go out with my friends, and we'd go to like, you'll know what I'm talking about, the polo fields and
That's like a huge neighborhood.
Country Club the South. Like they're giving out whole candy bars. At these
We
shops.
never went there.
Nice.
My parents never took us there.
Oh, I mean, we drove ourselves.
Okay,
We were in high school.
By the time I got to freshman year, my dad was like, "You're not doing that."
For me, trick or
what I wanted.
treating, I kind of have a cheating because I know it's all in here, but I do remember in high school, I was a sophomore in high school. My brother was a freshman in college, and I wanted to go trick or treating because I wanted to dress up like a Jedi, like a Star Wars Jedi, and
My 9-year-old dressed up as a Star Wars Jedi this last year.
Yeah. He's got great taste. He's going to be a cool kid. And so, but I didn't have any like Halloween parties to go to. Our friends, we didn't drive yet. And so I begged my brother to take me. He's like, I don't want to go trick or treating with you in Dahlonega. And so we went to our aunt and uncle's neighborhood in like Gainesville.
Oh, yeah.
And went trick or treating. And every person was like, aren't you a little too old to be doing this? I'm like, give me candy, trick or treat. And we got tons of candy.
Yeah.
My brother and I were like eating all the candy. He was like, this was worth it. But this also was a good one to end it on. So that was my last time trick or treating.
Yeah. So
I still do dress up.
What would you rank that if you had to? I guess you know more than we do. So
I would do 3 for me as well because like I had a lot of good memories from and I like superhero characters like dressing up.
I don't have young memories of trick or treating, but I just have a couple of older ones and it was just with my friends, and those were fun.
All right, number 2, waking up Christmas morning.
Oh my
God. That's probably.
Tell me that's not a good one, dude.
That's a 1 or 2 for me.
I don't know what else is coming.
I know that's the part that's blind, bro.
I think I'm gonna say I'm gonna go 2.
I don't know.
I'm also going
I'm
to.
gonna go 2.
I'm gonna go.
That's
2
a great
on that.
one.
It's special because like, did y'all also have that one Christmas when you were a kid where you walk down there and you see the bike?
I don't know how to ride a bike.
I lived in the woods. We didn't have bike trails.
For me, that was like, as a kid, that was the equivalent of getting a car because now you can drive your bike around the neighborhood to go visit your friends.
I got a shotgun when I was 12 years old.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. So
You could have gotten a bike using that.
I could have gotten a bike by using my shotgun.
I do remember the year.
Yeah.
I do remember the year I got a PS2. That was a great year.
Yeah, we had a couple like game consoles too. Like
Yeah.
we did a GameCube route, so the PlayStation route. But some of those Christmas mornings, but also just like this is the holidays. It's fun, the Christmas lights, the family. Yeah, that one's like
We used to do. We did a Christmas morning at our house, and then we drive over to my mom's mom to do breakfast, and then Christmas, and then we go to my dad's mom's to do dinner. So it was Christmas Day was a long day, but it was like I got 3 Christmases in one day. Like that was
pretty nice.
It was awesome.
Yeah,
it was so much fun.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right, so you both put those at 2, then a 3 and a 4.
Yep.
Next one, childhood memories of rec sports.
Oh, 5.
5.
Okay.
I did upward soccer.
You didn't play like soccer or baseball?
I played basketball. I was very awkward and lanky, and I didn't know what to do with my body. I was not good at sports.
I did upward soccer, and I was a wimp, and it basically always turned into Greg Moore being like, play better, do better.
His dad was great at
get the ball,
coaching him.
It was
I'm a musician.
Fun.
Sports is not.
Sports, okay. Yeah. Well, I didn't know if like, I did a lot of rec soccer growing up, so soccer was always kind of fun.
I like watching sports. I didn't, as a child though, I was not very athletic.
Do you ever have like a competitive bone? Like you want to go play the sport that you're watching?
No.
No. Okay.
Sometimes like if I'm watching baseball, I'll be like, it'd be fun if we went and like played wiffle ball or something like that.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's like me. Like if I go watch the NBA basketball, I don't want to play basketball with these guys. I would get crushed.
Yeah, right.
But if I was watching like a professional kickball game,
oh well, yeah,
I want to go play in that.
Yeah,
you know, let me go do that.
I know what you mean.
Like cornhole, like I don't want to watch cornhole. I want to play cornhole.
Yeah.
Or if it's wiffle ball. Like, I'd rather go play wiffle ball.
I used to play a lot of sand volleyball in college. We just had a sand volleyball court, and like it was a big thing where a bunch of us. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, volleyball and ultimate are the two I do. But intramural sports.
I did play a lot of ultimate frisbee too.
Well, I feel like ultimate is one of those where it's a very low bar for entry. Like anyone can go out there and play for the most part.
That's true.
Yeah, like if you're not trying to do the top level competition.
Yeah, and it's like and then even the people who are that good, they can just take it easy. It's easy to hold back with ultimate.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it's good.
But yeah, for rec sports in middle school and elementary school, 5.
Yeah.
If it was now, it would be up. But as a kid, it sucked.
All right. Snow day from school.
Dude,
I think
because right now you have.
I don't know what's coming next.
You have the one slot, and you have the 1 slot, and the 3 slot open.
I'm okay to put that at 4. For me.
Well, your 4's already taken.
I don't know what's.
Wasn't it? No. You're right.
Hang on, let me
I
think
have
about
the
this
3 and the 1
I don't
open.
know what's coming last.
He is 4 and 1.
Snow days were always great. I had a couple of kids in the neighborhood that we'd go get together and have snowball fights and build forts and do that kind of stuff. We play like manhunt in the snow and stuff.
My gosh,
it was so much fun.
Snow day is the best.
One of our neighbors.
I'm gonna put it at 1.
You're gonna put it at 1.
Put snow day at 1.
I'm also gonna put it
because
at 1.
tell me there wasn't anything better than being dead asleep and tell me if it's like this for you too, where if I have a harder time waking up when I know there's something I have to wake up for, like work or getting my kid ready for school. But if I know that I have nothing going on the next day and I can sleep in, I have a hard time staying asleep longer than I normally would. I feel like it's a psychological thing.
It's almost like you're so excited to do nothing.
Yeah, like if I know I don't have to get my kid up for school the next day, I don't have work, we don't have anything until the afternoon, I can sleep till like 9 o'clock tomorrow because my internal body clock does not let me sleep later than that anymore. My wife can sleep like 13 hours. It's just crazy.
I just slept 13 hours.
Well, you were gone for the weekend.
That's true.
But tell me there wasn't anything better than thinking you're going to have to wake up for school.
Yeah.
And it's still dark out, and you have to get up for sleep and then your mom comes in and says, "It snowed. They called off school. Go back to sleep." Oh my gosh, it's so good.
I remember going to like the living room and I had like Channel 2 News.
You're watching the ticker.
Because both my parents were teachers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So they were like, we get a day off.
Everybody was home.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And so we're like watching like, all right, canceling schools in Arabian County, Dawson County, Lillooet County, Lumpkin County. Like, yeah! Let's go. Like, we did it. Like, you felt like you won the lottery.
That's why I'll put it at number 1.
Yeah.
I'll put that at number 1.
I put it at number 1 for before 3rd grade. Snow days. Because 3rd grade, for me, was when they came out with It's Learning.
Oh, we're
So-
different generations.
So for y'all,
we don't understand.
But it's basically, It's Learning was basically, it's a snow day. 2nd grade, oh my gosh, stay off 3rd grade. Go to It's Learning website, which because every kid's getting on it would be buffering like heck. And so then you would have assignments, and it was a potato. But
it was a potato.
It was a potato. A potato clock ran better than It's
potato.
Learning. And so they would be like, so you would be
smash them, stick them in us too.
praying to God it would load so you could get your work done and then go outside and play.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Well, that leaves for both of you. This is your number 3, and your number 4 is last day of school.
Okay, I'm okay with that being number 4.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
Pretty good with that.
Okay with that being number 4.
Yeah, last day of school was always kind of fun too.
Yeah, my elementary school
Didn't
was
do anything.
No, yeah, no.
we would watch a movie and eat pizza or popcorn, and that was last day of school.
Was it kindergarten or first grade? I think it was first grade. They did the last 26 days of school, and each day, of like A, B, C, D, E, all the way to 26 letters. I did a fun thing that started with that letter, and I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. I can't remember all of them, but P was a pizza party.
What would Y be? Y or Z?
Yodeling.
Yodeling, or like, I don't know. They were creative teachers. They had like their elementary school teachers are the best. And I just remember being like, I love the end of school because we get to do all this cool stuff. Yeah. And I went to 2nd grade. They didn't do that. Oh. They didn't do it for the rest of the time I was in school. It was just like the first grade teachers, like in that little pod.
They just
like,
happened to.
Let's just do this. It'll be fun. It was not a tradition thing that every grade did.
Dang.
That
stinks.
But I do like the last day of school because you're like, summer vacation.
Yeah.
which was awesome. So that's pretty good. Y'all feel good about your list?
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
That's
So
where I think I would
Snow Day
rank
number
them.
1, Christmas number 2, Halloween trick-or-treating number 3, last day of school, rec number
So
5.
for
That's a
me-
pretty good list for me.
That's a pretty good list.
It's
Snow
accurate.
Day, Christmas, last day of school, trick or treating, rec sports. Yeah, no, that's
I
where I was.
I could-
You're just the two.
I could
switch.
see me switching Christmas Day and Snow Day, but I'm okay with where they
Yeah,
are.
that's the whole ranking blindly kind of
Yeah.
makes it a little
Yeah,
fun.
Yeah.
I wish
No.
we could have snow days as adults.
Comment below what your list is now that you know that it's
Yeah,
not
I work
blind.
from home, so if the only way I have a snow day as an adult is if I'm stuck in my house and the internet's out.
Supposedly, we're gonna get some snow coming up here soon.
I've heard both ways. I don't even know.
Who knows? Not until you wake up that you really find out.
Correct.
All right. So this last segment is a little bit longer, and it's called the Ben 10. What's up? Will's not even on the cameras anymore. I'm looking right at it. I did the whole thing. You ready? He's answering his phone. You ready? Ready? It's the Ben 10 segment.
Yeah.
There we go, right there. And then we can cut away. I'm sorry. Will was answering text, and I'm so glad you're here, and I really appreciate you being here. We needed you. So with that,
'Cause somebody didn't show up.
yeah. What? He's gonna walk in some point during the podcast, like, "Hello."
That's how he answered the phone earlier.
He goes, "Hello." Hey, Jackson, you're supposed to be doing a podcast right now. Is it like 2:00 already? Yeah, but it's 1:55. Oh shoot! I'm still in Dahlonega. Did you just wake up? Yeah, I did. Then I need you to come down here.
Dude, the whole thing.
Okay. So, anyways, I digress. I love you, Jackson. All right. Here's the Ben 10. This theme is New Year's resolutions. And I love that it's New Year's resolutions because we're recording on Epiphany Sunday. We're recording on, there's two natural times a year where we can start anew. It's New Year's and then like August when the new school year starts because a lot of the world revolves around school.
Yep.
Even people who don't work directly with the school system, but their kids do, the businesses do, all the stuff does. So with that, we're starting fresh in 2025. I got a couple questions for you.
Okay.
I'll answer them too. Just kind of some conversational, not something we want to do a whole 30 minutes on, but just something we could talk about. With the Ben 10, number 1 of the Ben 10 is, what was the best thing that happened to you this past year?
Oh.
2024. What happened?
I had a really big spiritual moment where I kind of reevaluated my relationship with God. And I'd say that helped a lot because it went more from my values based on the service I'm doing for God, how much, how good what I'm doing is. And now it's more just, I want to live with God, you know? And I just want my value to be based on his love for me. And I just want to live every day with God, no matter what I'm doing or how I'm doing it.
Yeah, man, come on. Let's go, bro. Let's go. I like that.
Nice. I got a promotion at work back in October.
Nice.
Waited most of the year for it.
CEO now?
Yeah, no, not that. But it was something that I felt like I had earned a long time ago, but it just wasn't showing up, wasn't happening. And so I finally started, advocating for myself a little bit, and it was like I was seeing other people around me getting promotions, and I was like, I'm doing that work, if not more. I'm contributing more than I ever have. So I think I deserve that. And in October, it showed up. And so it was a nice little surprise then. It came with a nice little pay raise. And so that has been great for us this year because there's just been some financial things that we've had to help out family-wise with this year.
Mm-hmm.
So my extended family, not just our little 3-person family. So, that was a really great thing that happened.
Yeah, I think sometimes like people want to, and not that some places aren't like this, but like they want to demonize or make the enemy where they work. But you just gotta learn how to advocate for yourself.
Yeah.
And like go say, hey, like I don't know if you're aware, but I do X, Y, and Z, and I would really love either compensation or just be noticed, like recognized, because I'm trying to put some value into this company. And me saying that I'm doing this for your company, I plan on being here for a while.
Right.
And so if you want me to be here for a while and do more, because I want to do more, like let that be recognized with my position, my pay, or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And I think companies are like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, cool, yeah, let's do it. Let's work it out.
Yeah.
And so it's cool that you can do that instead of just being, well, they don't love me and respect me.
Sitting
I'm
there
out.
building
It's like,
resentment.
what? Yeah.
And not being thankful for the fact that you do have a job.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very thankful for the job. But yeah, I think it's important to be able to advocate for yourself.
Yeah.
And just to live in reality. Let's live in reality here for a minute and like think about like what I'm contributing versus what I'm getting paid or what my position is or what my title is. Let's flesh that out some.
Like, can I not make $5 million as a youth pastor? Like, probably not. But for me, for 2024, I really have two. The first one, I kind of said this in front of her, but my first one is Michaela. I met Michaela in January 2024. Hey, what's up, girl? What's up?
Oh.
I know you listen to this, and you're awesome. And so Michaela is definitely the best thing that happened to me in 2024. But right before I met her, which was like mid-January, the end of 2023, December into January 2024, I also got right with the Lord with a lot of different things and kind of healed from some wounds and some thoughts and all those things. And I do believe it's a blessing that God like legitimately like got me recalibrated, renewed, believed some of the things that I was preaching. Like hey, if you're saying this, like you got to start believing it and recognize this. And then I met her after that, which I was like, okay, Lord, you doing some crazy things up there? What's up? God's plan, not yours. So that's what I'm thankful for.
Nice.
Number 2 in the Ben 10. What are you the most looking forward to in the new year? 2025. I'll go first on this one. Michaela and I grow in our relationship. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to youth ministry and growing the student ministry here at Roswell, growing not just in numbers, but like in discipleship. We got some great kids here. Mission trips, looking forward to those. I just love my job. I'm excited about it.
Different stuff happening.
Yeah. So 2025 looks good for me.
As a parent, you are constantly looking forward to your children growing and learning new things, mastering things. And so that's kind of the mindset you shift into when you become a parent, is you stop thinking so much about what I can get out of something. And it's like, how can I help my child get the most out of whatever stage of life they're in? And so that's what I think about all the time.
Third grade?
He's halfway through 4th grade.
Or 4th grade.
He'll be 10 at the end of the month.
Wow.
So just seeing like what this year has for him and how he's going to grow, and because it's to the point now where he's pretty self-sufficient. He's got his own little personality, and so it's just like there's a bigger relationship there than there was like when he was younger, and you're just trying to make sure you keep him alive.
Yeah.
And so just getting to walk through life with him and see him experience things for the first time and to learn things. There's nothing cooler as a parent than watching a little light bulb go off when your kid is trying to figure something out, be it like schoolwork or, he's recently gotten into, he wants a 3D printer. So he wants to learn how to map things out and 3D print stuff. Cool. And so like he's researching those kind of things, and things are making sense in his brain. And it's cool to see those little light bulbs come on.
We just had the craft show here a couple weeks ago, and it was a kid and his dad 3D printed dragons.
Yeah,
like dragon eggs.
We went to a thing in Canton, down to like a Christmas market or something like that, and there was a booth. It might have been the same people.
Might have been.
But they were selling dragons and things like that, and they could move, and like, they were really cool. And so he was like, "I want a 3D printer," and so now we're like, "Crap, okay, we got to get that 3D printer." But yeah, he's just watching your kids learn and understand and make a way for themselves, and because the ultimate goal is that it's hard to say that your kids won't need you anymore. They'll be self-sufficient, and they'll be able to move on with their lives as they get older. And so watching your kids make those connections and learn things, it's pretty magical.
Yeah, absolutely. Gabriel?
Just having adventures and exploring, man. Like, I'm just looking forward to having fun.
Exploring what?
Just the world, because I realized travel,
Where are you going to travel?
I've been doing a lot of hiking lately this year, because it was sometime over the summer I realized that there are so many places even nearby and in Georgia and hiking trails that I want to do. And I was just waiting for people to want to do it with me. And
So local travel? Are you thinking about like maybe going like?
I mean, there's going to be some other stuff where I'm going to be
traveling?
traveling a bit further. I know I'm going to Colorado at some point this summer, I believe, with a mission trip through the youth group, and then maybe Alaska. That's a possibility, not confirmed anything yet, but it's even just there are things I want to do. And people, I want to do them with people, but it's at some point in the summer, I was like, if I'm just waiting for people to do it with me, I'm not doing it. And so I just started doing them on my own.
That's true.
And so it's like over break, I was like, I want to watch a sunrise on a mountain. And so 5 a.m. I woke up, drove by myself an hour to Preacher's Rock, climbed it, watched the sunrise by myself in the dark. It was a great time. And I want to keep doing stuff like that, but I do want to bring people along for that adventure. I think meeting new people in its own way is an adventure. Getting to know people deeper is an adventure for me. It's fun. It's just like you get to see new places, you get to see new parts of people. And I think that's just as beautiful in certain ways.
Yeah, man. Seeing God's creation, going out there. Yeah, that is a good point, too, of like you don't want to wait for other people to allow you to go do the things that you kind of want to do now. It is good to share adventures with people, but it's good to see the sunrise. You're doing sunrise because you want to be with people, or you want to do sunrise because you're trying to see God's glory in the creation that he made. You just do that by yourself.
One of the big clicks for me this year was realizing, am I doing these adventures for the validation that others will provide me, or am I doing it because it's something I really want to do? And so that's kind of the question I ask myself when I want to do something now is this something I want to do, or am I doing it for other people's validations? And
if you're constantly seeking validation, you're gonna have a hard time getting through life. Because
100%.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Especially people you don't know. You know what I mean?
That's why I got off social media. You're not really on it. You're not really on it anymore.
I don't post anything.
Social media is just like, I don't need your validation.
Because mostly on social media, what are you doing when you read other people's stuff? You're comparing.
You're comparing. Comparison's the
tool
of the devil.
Tool of the devil. Thief of joy.
Boom.
Comparison's a thief of joy.
I'm writing a book right there, man.
When I talk with other people about social media, all right, no dap up for me. One of their big arguments for it.
Did you throw it up?
I did.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see it.
One of their biggest arguments for it.
Camera. I want Jackson to do like a replay moment, like, oh god, and then like me going in, and then like you're like, no, I didn't see it.
You missed what I just did to him too.
What'd you do?
He blue-handed me.
What is that?
He blue-handed me.
I'm so sorry.
Blue-handed.
Yeah,
Never
you
heard
know
of
what I'm saying.
I don't know. Tell me.
Nope. Number.
I was gonna say most people's argument for social media is to socialize, to build connections. But what I realized when I deleted it, any connection I had on social media that was only social media was fake.
It's superficial.
It was superficial. It's shallow, and it's a way of thinking you have connection without putting in effort. It's a lazy way of making connections, and you get as much effort as you put in, which is little to none.
Yeah. My dad, like, he will friend anybody. He'll friend if somebody asks him to be their friend, even if he doesn't know them, he'll accept. He has like over 2,500 people he's friends with on Facebook, and I'm like, you've never even met that many people in your life. What are you doing?
These are my best friends.
I know.
I'm about to add him.
Like,
on Facebook.
I met one person
absolutely. He'll say, sure.
I met one person at a conference like one time in 2006.
Oh no!
And we're friends on Facebook. I was like, I have not talked to you in 20 years.
I call that stuff a lot. I'm just like, let me go through and see who do I not know at all except on.
But when after the conference they add you, you're like, oh, that person was great, yeah. And like you accept their friend request, but then you
never
don't
see them again.
Keep up with them. But then there's like this thing of, I noticed this too with my social media. Not that we're about to do a whole podcast on it, but we could. It's like I would feel like someone would like a post, and I'm like, man, like that person liked my post. Like we're tight. And then there'd be someone who I'm like, man, Garrett didn't like my post, or Jake didn't like my post. Like, man, that kind of hurts my heart a little bit. Like, why didn't they like my post? And then I take a second and I go, wait a minute. I do ministry with these two guys. I do podcasts with these guys. I see these guys. Yeah. I hang out with these guys. I have lunch with these guys. That person that liked my post, I haven't seen them in 4 years.
Yeah.
So what's more important, that they liked my post, boop, by pressing a button, by mindlessly scrolling and liking posts, or the people that didn't like the post, but I live life with.
Yeah. I have the same conversations with Anna about like, I absolutely detest and despise long, sappy birthday wishes. Like from, I want to wish my wife a happy birthday, or on Valentine's Day, I just want to say to the most beautiful wife in the world how much I love her beauty. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, honey, I'm not going to do that for you because it's grandstanding. I'm not doing it for other people to get, to know how much I love you. I'm just going to tell you every day.
It's between us. Like,
I'm just going to tell you. I'm just going to tell you how much I love you.
We don't need their approval of how much we love each other.
And the fact that I do dishes and help with the housework, and I go to work and bust my butt to make money for this family to be able to have fun and do things, but to have the things that we need, I think that proves a lot of it too. But I like, her words of affirmation are big for her. So I was just like, I'm going to tell you that way. I'm not going to tell a bunch of other people to show off how much I love you, because it's between us anyway.
And I think like one of the things the Bible
if you're the
says,
kind of person who does that, who posts on social media about your wife, I'm sorry that if I offended you.
Today.
I think one of the things the Bible says about having a relationship with God, I think can also very much so go towards your relationship with others, because it's in Matthew, I think chapter 5, 6, or 7 during the Sermon on the Mount. Jesus is like, have your relationship with God in private. Mm-hmm. And I think because that's where the quality is.
Hide your prayers in the darkness.
Yeah, hide your prayers in the darkness. So Jesus is saying, if you're having that public relationship with God, you're only going to get so much reward for it. You're doing it for the validation of man rather than the enjoyment of the company of God. And I think
it says any fool can pray just to get recognized by someone else.
And I think that's how we can be with our relationships with others.
Yeah.
The moments where it's just you two having real deep conversation, great. But then some people just flaunt a relationship around on social media just so people think something of them. But how valuable is that relationship really?
I think there's studies that say people who post more on social media about all the great things happening in their lives are actually more unhappy than people who don't do that kind of stuff. I don't know how they measure that metric, but I've heard and seen articles about studies like that.
I also noticed when I got off social media that I stopped taking as many pictures as I normally do. And I was like, why do I was looking at a certain youth trip. I don't have like any pictures from this event. Like, what the heck?
Because you were living in the moment.
I was living in the moment.
And
I didn't like every
you feel
time.
the pressure to have to get it online,
like,
and show everybody.
Yeah. And like we do like a group picture at the end.
Remember the youth house at Coming First? They have like all the pictures of all the youth group, but Ben was in every single one.
Dude, I took a lot of selfies.
Oh, gosh. You put a picture of me in a dress on one of those walls.
And you're welcome. All right, question number 3 with the Ben 10, which is kind of what we just talked about, which is what new adventures would you like to go on this year? Well, we know yours. You're traveling and going hiking.
I think specifically, I just want to talk with more people, and I want to dive deeper.
That's an adventure?
That's an adventure.
It's an adventure. Okay.
Diving deeper with people is an adventure.
Mine is I'm going with my dad to England.
Dude,
whoop, whoop, whoop,
that's
whoop,
awesome.
Whoop, 2025,
just
baby.
Just a vacation?
Yeah, like we're going to go see Mayfield Land or Mayfield Town.
That sounded like
Land.
No, that sounds like an amusement park themed
like
after
from
you.
Shrek.
Yeah. Okay, maybe that's not Mayfield Land. Well, I don't know what. I don't know what they. I guess it's like Mayfield Village. It's like a village and / town / not city. It's not that big.
Yeah. Call them villages.
Villages?
England,
okay.
yeah.
So it's a village, Mayfield Village.
Okay.
And it's where the name originates. And so my dad has done like a lot of research, and he like sends me sometimes text messages of like, did you see this? And it's like an update from like Mayfield Village Middle School.
This?
And I was like, no, I didn't see that, Dad.
I don't have an RSS
not on
feed
social media. And if I was, I wouldn't be on Facebook friends with the middle school of Mayfield Village to see updates that like they closed school because there's like a flooding in the village or something. Like no, but he's super into it, so we're gonna do that for a couple of days.
That's awesome. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I think. I don't know if England is a lot like Ireland, but if it's even close,
I'm sure.
And just like, and not even being like in the big city part of it, but just seeing like the country and what it has to offer, I think you're gonna have a lot of fun.
I just when you told me about that, I imagine you've seen Kung Fu Panda 3, right?
I mean, I was in Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah,
2.
so when Poe goes to the village and they all just look like him,
Yeah.
that's what I'm imagining for you. You're just gonna show up to make
a
your
bunch of-
village. It's a bunch of Bens with just different beard and hairstyles.
Hey, wait a minute. You look a lot like me. Like, what's going on here?
That's what I'm picturing when you're like,
There's
we're
a
going to
Chinese
Mayfield
buffet on
Village.
every corner.
Like, is this my heaven right now?
Anytime you say anything, every person in the village is just like, head
Facts.
nods. There's even a Coca-Cola polar bear there.
All the Benisms is actually just Mayfieldisms, and I see it. Oh my gosh! All right, Jake, do you have any adventures this year?
I don't know. It's probably pretty similar. Life in itself is its own adventure right now, and just we're working a lot, but like we're we go on at least 2 trips a year. We have for the last couple of years to Universal Studios. We've become Universal Studios annual pass holders.
Let's go.
So that's like we do that. I almost missed it. And so that's just what we do as a family. We'll go down there and you get discounts.
They have Epic Land too.
That's opening up in May.
Epic like Fortnite?
Epic Universe. No,
It's like there's another Harry Potter part.
There's a Super Mario Land.
Whoa.
There's Dark Universe, which is going to be old school Universal monsters: Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman. Yeah, the Mummy.
Yeah.
Then they have the new Harry Potter area. It's
Ministry of Magic.
It's Ministry of Magic, but it's also there's like 2 parts to it. So there's Ministry of Magic, which is in London, and then there's a road that they took from Fantastic Beasts, that franchise.
Yeah.
So it's like 2 parts. But to get into the London part, you actually get to go. I don't even know what this is going to look like. I'm just going based on what I've seen in videos I've watched. You get to go through a fireplace like the Flu Network. And there's like something green puff smoke happens, and then you end up inside the Ministry of Magic. It's
awesome.
It's supposed to be
Yeah.
wild. It's
Yeah.
supposed to be wild. And before you start being like, this is one of those Disney adults who just goes to Disney or Universal on their own. I have a 10-year-old. Okay, we go as a family.
I go by myself.
You should come with us sometime. It'd be a lot of fun. But
I
we
love it.
so as pass holders, we get discounts on hotels. And so we'll stay at like one of the premier hotels, which is the really nice ones, which I know you're like, God, that sounds so expensive. It can be, but you also get unlimited express pass when you do that. So you can go on any ride, express line. We get through everything we want to do in like a half a day. It's so good.
Which is amazing.
It's pretty great.
We went to Universal a couple years ago for like a senior trip
Yes.
with the students. I loved it. We had a great time. The only thing that kind of like just made me angry was I wanted to do the left side of, like, if you're looking at it, it's like Islands of Adventure where the Hulk is.
Yep.
Do those rides and do the Hagrid ride.
Yep.
Because it was newer, more
Yep.
popular. And the youth kids, who I love, shout out to Taylor and Hannah, who were on the podcast a couple episodes ago. They're like, well, we kind of want to do the other side first because you go into Harry Potter world the proper way, like Harry did. Like you go into
Diagon Alley.
Diagon Alley, and then you go the train to Hogsmeade.
You have to have a park hopper pass to do that.
We did.
Okay, good.
And so it's all right. So we did that side first. Great. Had a good time. Ate lunch there. It was wonderful. We get to the other side. We get in the line of Hagrid.
2 hours, 3 hours.
It was 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
We wait about 2 hours. Ride shuts down.
It happens sometimes.
We wait for 45 more minutes. We're singing songs. We're cheering. And we're like, I don't know how to describe it. Like we are in the spot, the last waiting area before that little staircase. And then like there's a ride's right there.
We would have been 3 cycles, and we would have been on.
Are you in
Yeah.
the area where it looks like there's motorcycles going over you? They've got it looks like it's supposed to be windows, but it's actually like screens, and they have.
I believe we were actually
motorcycles.
past that.
You couldn't have been because the ride is right on the other side.
Yeah.
Well, then we were there.
I wasn't-
I don't quite remember.
okay. It's a long queue.
It's a long queue. And so we were either right before that section or at that section.
Yeah.
And so we're like singing songs. And I was like, all right, guys, let's go do the Marvel rides. Let's go do the other roller coasters because we're running out of daylight. They're like, yeah, okay, that's cool. So we go, and like all these people were leaving. And we decided, no, we're going to wait. And like 45 minutes, people were just leaving. And we're waiting. Then finally I was like, let's do this. So we left. We walked down these stairs, these emergency exit stairs. The door shuts. We get down the stairs and here, The ride is back open.
You're about to lose it, man. I bet you're about to.
I just waited 2 hours and 45 minutes for a ride, and if I just waited 2 more minutes,
You know,
I don't know if you remember that. Or
Yeah,
not.
no,
that-
that upset me a lot. A few butter beers were had.
if that dude, okay, frozen butterbeer versus the regular one.
I drank both.
Frozen all day for me.
I don't remember which
love
one I
frozen
had,
butterbeer.
but it was really tasty.
Really, really
whatever
good.
It was really good. I literally ordered one of both because I was like,
If you go
I
back
want
again,
both.
they have this thing called like the Otter's Fizzy Orange Soda or something.
Oh, okay.
And it's just like this. It's this fizzy orange soda, but they put this cinnamon sugar rim around the. It's delicious. It's not alcoholic. It is really good. Great on a hot day.
Sounds awesome.
You should come with us sometime.
I would love to.
You and Michaela should.
Michaela, if you're watching this, we're going to Universal.
It'd be a lot of fun.
It was funny too, though.
Hagrid's is great, by the way.
Was it? Is it
It's
worth it?
such a good
We'll
ride.
go back next time.
It's the
and
only
ride it.
ride that I know of that's not on the Express Pass. So when we go, we actually have to wait in line for it.
Oh, dude. Okay.
And my kid is not a roller coaster kid. Actually, my wife isn't either. So when I go, I have to do it by myself.
And they just kind of like wait there.
They'll wait, and then they'll go through the queue, and then I do it, and they'll
The Harry Potter ride, like on the castle, we were there. If you haven't done the castle ride, it's fun too. But Garrett, myself, and I think it was like Brody or somebody, it was another guy. We realized, we could just go through the singles line and just ride. Like, we just want to ride the ride.
Yeah.
We rode it like 4 times in a row.
Yeah.
Just like kept riding it, and it was awesome.
That doesn't work on every ride for the single rider, but it does work sometimes.
It was funny because I watched Ben. He was like, "I've got a plan," and he disappears because they let him on, and he fake ties his shoe to wait for me so that we could get on together.
Well, because it's like the singles ride, but I
Yeah.
wanted to ride with them.
Yeah.
And so they're like just like filling us in. I was like, okay, so you go ride that one. I was like, okay. Tie my shoe. And then like, all right, you feeling that one? I was like, oh, move again. Like, got to ride with 2. I was like, dude, I know what I'm doing.
That one can
that was a good time.
the Fantastic Journey or whatever one that can make me a little motion sick sometimes. The castle ride.
Oh, the castle.
'Cause
Yeah,
it's
it
doing
was a
like
little
this.
like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
We
pretty-
got
pretty
stuck on
intense.
it one of the last times I went. It was Liam's first time riding that ride, and it's like it's slow moving, but it's like an arm, the seats, and it will pick you up and move you around like this as
Yeah.
it's moving forward. We got stuck like this,
Oh,
facing up, and my kid was losing his mind. He always thinks he's going to get hurt, like in a roller coaster. So that's why he doesn't do roller coasters. He thinks I'm going to fall out, I'm going to die. So things that are any sort of like thrilling, he is not a fan of. So we got stuck like that, and he was going crazy, and I was like, "Will you just chill out, please?"
but also one of the things I liked about Universal is a very Ben Mayfield thing to happen to him. We're walking out of that Hagrid's ride.
Oh yeah,
And we walk into somebody. I don't know if you remember this. Someone was like, Ben Mayfield?
Oh my god!
wow.
But you didn't remember who it was.
No, dude. I was like, what's up, man? He's like, hey, dude, how are you? He's like, I'm good. How are you? He's like, good to see the family. He's like, that's
Ben.
awesome, man.
What if they listened to this episode of the podcast?
Well, I remember who it was now.
Okay.
It just, my brain wasn't fast enough.
Yeah.
It was like computing. Who is that? His name is Justin. He's a good guy.
Somebody you know from 4-H or something
No,
like
it
that.
was high school.
Oh wow,
Yeah, like, and that was a long time ago.
that's wild, man.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, he's like, all right, I see. I was like, all right, I see, man.
Sweet.
And like the youth kids were like, who is that? I was like,
I don't know.
I don't know. I was like, I'm not trying to like sound like a big celebrity guy.
Yeah.
My brain was just like dial up, like the dial up. So I was like,
I just don't know.
I was like, who was it? Oh, it's Just. Oh, dude, Justin. Like, hey, what's up, dude? Watch his name not be Justin. He's listening. It's like, my name's Dustin. I was like, oh, sorry. No. All right.
Oh well.
Number 4. This one's gonna be quick. Before this year ends, 2025, I will finish the statement.
Oh, lose weight.
Boom.
I will bench press 275 pounds.
Boo, 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 boo.
I will play pickleball once a week.
Once a week. That's big.
Yeah. 52 times. 52 hours of pickleball. Number 5. In what ways can you practice empathy this year? Ooh.
I'm a pretty empathetic person anyway. I think I just have this. I think about what I say or what I do may affect other people.
Unless
Unless I'm like intentionally
There's
trying
no
to
empathy towards
be-
me from this man.
listen.
we're 99% Jake does that.
Empathy has to be earned, okay?
Go cry about it. Jake Riggs, 1 hour and a half ago.
Wait, I said that?
Yeah.
What did I say that about? What did he ask?
When I was like, hey, can I sit there today? There was a whole thing, and it ended up, go cry about it.
Oh, no, I think I told you to go tickle somebody and cry about it.
Oh, my gosh. But for the most part, very empathetic and kind to people.
Toward in serious moments. Like, if
Yeah.
I'm just joking around, that's different. But I don't know how I can be more.
Yeah.
I guess I could be less.
Well, this is in what ways can you practice?
Less mean to Garrett and just be more empathetic to Garrett.
Garrett, how can you be empathetic?
I know I talk a lot, and I love talking, but I'd like to listen more this year. And I'd like to, and I feel like so many of the conversations, I just surface level it because I'm a bit nervous to be rejected if I ask a deeper question. But I'd like to just kind of suck it up, be a man, let it be uncomfortable, and ask deeper questions.
Greg Moore coming out at him right there.
Yeah. You know how you can listen? You rearrange the letters and you become silent.
You all right? Hey, that was pretty cool, man.
That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah,
That's the truth. Yeah.
You used to say that to middle schoolers at all?
No, I should. I should use that. It's like a little Yodelism. All right. And for me, empathy, I do a lot as a youth pastor, but I don't know. I feel like I just want to keep doing it with my students and working with them and loving on them and let them know. Sometimes when people go through struggles, I mean, I say some people. It's not just young people. It's everybody. They think like, man, no one can relate to this.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, that's actually kind of the opposite. A lot of people can relate to this. Like, don't let the devil think you're by yourself on this struggle.
That's how he wins. He's whispering in your ear. Nobody else knows what you're going through.
No one's going to understand.
No one else does what you do in the dark when when you think nobody's watching. That's a crazy way that he gets into your mind and you think you're all alone, which you're not. Mm-hmm. And I mean, empathy is literally trying to put yourself in somebody else's shoes and understand how they're feeling.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's hard for anybody.
Yeah.
Especially if you've never experienced something like that before, whatever it is.
There are some times where we have to understand that we might not be able to be empathetic. They might be experiencing something we've never experienced. We literally cannot understand. And I think in those moments, Bailey taught me this. There's a difference between sympathy and empathy. Empathy is, I know what you're going through. I want to be there for you. Sympathy is, listen, I might not understand what you're going through. I haven't experienced it, but I'd still like to be there for you.
Well, you can say, help me understand. Tell me about what you're going through so I can know what it's like, and then we can walk through it together.
I think in those moments, one of the worst things you can do, because I've done this before and I've seen it's not good, is to act like you know what they're going through instead of asking questions. Because when you act like at that point they're not going to feel seen, they're not going to be heard.
Yeah.
And
or if you draw it back to yourself, oh, I've gone through something like this too, and then you start talking about what you went through.
Yeah. Sometimes in our pursuit of empathy, we can have the opposite effect.
Ben's got something.
I just like some girls Garrett, my dog died. Like, my dog died too.
My dog was cooler than yours too. So
I actually had 3
worse.
dogs. Or my leg got shot off in Afghanistan.
My leg got shot.
And I'm struggling. Some military guy got blown off. And Garrett's
I broke my pinky toe once.
Yeah. No, Garrett's I've lost a leg too.
I lost 2 legs actually.
Quite doesn't understand the empathy.
Upsells everything.
It's like Garrett, in order to relate to someone, you don't have to say I also had my leg blown off in Afghanistan. Not that you do that. This is funny.
No, it's something I've definitely been guilty of in the past, especially.
But tell people your leg got blown off?
No!
At a combat zone?
No, just drawing it back to me is something I've definitely been guilty of in the past.
Yeah, we probably all have.
We're selfish creatures. By nature.
Yeah, no, that's there's wisdom there of understanding the sympathy and empathy and listening to people. We love you. 2025, we're here for you. You're loved, valued, and known. Number 6 of the Ben 10. What is the most interesting thing you've learned this year? I guess that's this past year.
2024. I was like, 2025, I haven't had enough days yet.
I had 5 days. I learned. Interesting I've learned, yeah.
Mine is probably going to be really boring to most of the world. So I work for a software company, and my job is to test that software and to report any bugs or anything like that. So we are moving toward automated testing, which means we are writing tests that will be run by a computer to test the software. And so I've had to learn how to write those tests, how to implement those things into code of another external software that will run those tests. And so it's been a big part of my year in learning how to do that.
I get the right code.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It 100% is super nerdy. It's also one of the reasons why I got my promotion in October.
Oh, nice.
So, that's kind of the nerdy part about my job. And then,
That's cool.
so yeah, there's been a lot of learning this year where that's concerned because it's something I've never done before.
Yeah. I like that. Gear.
I learned a lot more about my dad this year, and I thought a lot of that was pretty interesting because he and I have always butted heads a little bit, but it's now that I'm 21, there was this moment where he was just outside having a cigar and a drink. I grabbed a beer and joined him, and then over the summer we would kind of regularly do that, and we've talked a lot more. I've got to hear a lot more of the Greg Moore lore, backstory stuff. I heard his testimony at one point, and it's like we'd never really discussed his testimony, his background and stuff. And so that was just so interesting to be able to get to know my dad better this year.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that a lot. I think for me, learning, I'll go more towards the job aspect, especially at this church. I've had to do a lot more pastoral role than not just youth minister role. And so learning how to balance that has been a challenge. But having great interns and Emily working with her, they've been really gracious because there'd be
very
sometimes
different doing pastoral stuff than
yeah,
it is.
because I'll give them like, here's the youth job, I got to go do big church stuff, and it's like I feel bad because I'm like, I'm sorry, like, I got to go do this because that's part of my job too. So that's been kind of interesting to learn that and to be better with that. Number 7, what do you think your biggest risk will be? I know what my biggest risk is going to be. Number 7 is committing to a relationship.
So you're not committed yet?
No, I'm committed. It's like more committed. More committed. More committed.
You just said committing to a relationship is your biggest risk this year, Ben.
Yes.
So you're not committed. You just said
No.
you're not committed
No,
yet.
committing, and not saying it doesn't mean the absence of commitment. It just means that you're committed and maybe you're taking the next step in that commitment.
Say committing more or going to the next
I'm
level.
going to let you two keep talking about this. This is great.
I'm committing more to a relationship, and I'm really excited about it.
Tell us about your relationships.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have one. Okay.
Thank you.
What was the question again?
The biggest risk.
Risk I will take?
My risk was exciting, and he just stomped all over my
I'm sorry.
excitement.
Hey, listen, I'm excited for you.
Have empathy for me, okay? or you can't
I
because you
can't
haven't had a
understand
relationship.
what you're feeling.
He's never had a girlfriend.
That's not true.
Have
I've had
sympathy.
one.
Have sympathy for me.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's okay if you don't.
I'm not a
have
risky guy. I'm actually very calculated. I plan things out, and I don't know.
Put it all on red.
I don't gamble at all. I've gambled I've gambled once in my life.
Does that mean lottery tickets too?
I have had them given to me. I've never bought one.
Oh wow.
And I've gambled once in my life. A couple years ago, me and a few guys did a Super Bowl pick'em thing. You ever done one of those?
Yeah.
And I ended up winning $240. I put in like $20. I won $240, and I was like, I could see how people get addicted to this. That felt awesome. That was
felt
great.
good to win.
I've not done it since because I work really hard for my money, and I'm not going to gamble it away.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not. I don't have the makeup to do that.
To do risk.
Yeah.
All right.
I just don't.
Man, I
Talk to a girl.
do that.
Can
I do
I
that
say this?
often enough.
I
Alright.
love Michaela.
Yeah.
I want that to be. Oh, God,
Yeah.
Garrett, that ain't got my head.
He's gaslighting you. I know
know.
what you meant.
Yes,
Yes,
we
thank
both
you.
know what
Whose
you meant.
opinion
we were
matters
messing
more
with
here?
you.
That's fine.
See?
That's true. All right.
See? I didn't put that on the table.
What's your
Between
risk?
the two of us.
What's the
My
risk?
I mean,
Talk to a girl.
so I've been getting better at talking to women. It's something that I got really stressed about, and it's Ben, and I think Bailey can definitely confirm that when I talk about it,
It's your fault.
I just get way too in my head and stressed about it, and I make it not fun.
Yeah.
And so I've been like, I make it not fun for myself. I make it almost algorithmic.
Can you record one of these interactions one time? I would love to see it.
Oh my gosh, no. Well,
He'll
the
tell
thing
you
is,
word for word
I've
afterwards.
quit doing that, and so I think my risk is just because I've been talking phases. I can do those, but it's just committing to asking out on a date. And
I got some
forward
girls
about
on my list that I think you should ask out.
it. We'll see.
We'll
But
talk.
it's,
We'll
talk.
for me, it's
We can't out them out.
I wouldn't.
I want to just
But the fact that you have a list is weird.
I want to be more calm
Try to help
about
them out.
it. You know,
Be a bro.
I think so. I think my risk is being more calm about it, but also just committing to asking out, even if it's awkward, even if it's uncomfortable. I'm probably going to get rejected. 9 out of 10
Going
times.
into it with that mentality is
No,
not helping
Greg
you.
Moore.
Yeah,
no, Greg Moore has told me himself. It's like you're going to get rejected 9 out of 10 times. The point is, you get back up and you don't let it discourage you.
I don't know if those numbers track with me.
9 out of 10. That's a lot of rejection.
Yeah.
But you'll be right. All right. So
Greg Moore is a
number
rapid hitter. Let's put it that way.
number 8. What major indulgence are you willing to experience? I think we know yours.
Indulgence?
Indulgence.
What do you mean?
Universal?
Yeah, Universal.
Yeah, probably. It is an
Yeah.
indulgence for sure.
Yeah.
But it's like I work hard at my job. I do a lot of music gigs on the side to help
you don't have to justify
cover
it.
those kind of things.
Don't let them try. Don't let the people
I
try to
kind of
get you
justify
down.
it to myself because I'm sitting there going like, that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. But I do work my butt off to supplement that. That way we can, it's really like, I want my kid to have great memories. I think about when you used to tell me the stories of how you guys, when you were a kid, before your mom passed away, went to Universal and
It's one of the sweetest moments of my life.
and you didn't get the pictures with the characters and then you really feel bad about it, but then your mom said we can go back and you have that memory of like, really,
It's one of
like
the
that's so
best
cool.
memories,
And then I want my kid to have those memories too of like, we just did this and this was fun and my parents had fun with me and we had a good time.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Mine's similar. Is the England trip with my dad.
Dude, that's gonna be so much fun.
It's gonna be expensive, but it's one of those things. My dad's getting older too.
Yeah.
And it's like I want to go have this memory with my dad.
Mm-hmm.
Like we went to England together. We had to go see Mayfield
I'm gonna
Village.
get
We
to
had
go to
do
like
this.
go
Big
to a
Ben,
village
London.
and go into a pub and just have like
Yeah.
You'll get to
have a
meet your
beer and some
people.
fish and
He
chips.
wants to do.
and
He wants to do the eye.
Oh yeah,
So
the
he's
big what Ferris wheel?
The Ferris wheel
Yeah,
thing. Yeah. So that's exciting. I'm excited about it.
I'm gonna try more coffee places and breweries. Like I just started drinking coffee and
good.
also beer this summer, and so I'm 21.
Yeah.
I am 21. I am of legal drinking age.
Everything in moderation.
Yeah,
Everything
everything
in
in moderation.
Don't get blitzed.
Don't overdo it. Don't
Just
get blitzed. Just
Enjoy it.
yeah, just enjoy it. And so I love the vibes of those
responsibly.
places. Modelo. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so I want to go. I like the vibe, and I want to go try more places like that.
Nice. All right. Number 9. What is one change you can make to your lifestyle that would give you more peace in 2025? What's something you could do that could bring you more peace? I think mine is the pickleball / eating healthier. I think being able to do more physical activity, doing a little bit of the weight loss and kind of enjoying how I'm losing my weight loss with pickleball and being athletic will give me more peace because I sleep better, I feel better, I feel less groggy, and I'm just able to like love, and it just brings a lot of joy and peace.
Yeah. I would say the same thing. Just trying to get healthier because I know that I have responsibilities that I need to be healthy for in the future. It's not just about right now. And so,
Facts.
yeah, I think that
For
would be a good
me,
one.
it's also adding cardio because like all I do is lift weights.
Me too, bro. Me too.
It's great. It's great. However, the numbers I'm lifting are going up, but these numbers are also going up right now. And so I need to lose a little bit of this, and I'm also holding my ultimate frisbee team a little back because I'm not good at the running part. And so
And the catch and throw.
Actually, I've seen you play Ultimate Frisbee. You're not good at most of it.
I'm getting better.
Okay,
he's
good.
gotten better.
I'm getting better.
Good.
I'm sorry, Faithful Flyers. I will do better next
Faithful
season.
Flyers.
Well, the other team
Dude,
name.
that's a great name.
See, it's a great name. It was created by AI. After our first team name, I realized the meaning of one of the words has been changed by this generation.
Oh, we don't need to talk about
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
we don't. It's
We'll do
just-
All
off
right,
mic.
that's great.
this generation ruined it.
Number 10, the Ben 10, rounding it off here. What? Oh, this is a terrible question.
You didn't read them before you.
No, I mean, I
Who
kinda,
wrote these?
I mean, I
No, he
wrote,
didn't.
I wrote some of them.
But your AI wrote some too.
Yeah, AI wrote some too. AI wrote like 6 of these. It says, "What are your resolutions for the new year?"
We've already talked about all of
that. Number 10 is
Words of wisdom?
words of wisdom, baby. Bringing it back, nuggets of wisdom.
Yeah, the nuggets. Nugs, not drugs.
Nugs, not drugs.
Yeah.
What do you have for your nugget of wisdom?
This is something that I've thought about a lot recently. I don't know why. And it's sometimes like when I see things that at one point people did not like, but now they like again, is that time ruins all things, but time also heals all things. You know what I was thinking about? You said about it earlier, this girl you were talking to who loves Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
You know, everybody, when those movies came out, were like Hayden Christensen was terrible as Anakin Skywalker. And then recently he was at some sort of con and got just like huge standing ovation about everybody just saying how much they have loved him and appreciated him.
Yeah.
It's like, it's crazy how at one point they could have been like, he's the worst thing that's happened to Star Wars. And now everybody's just like,
he's the best.
Which, like, if I watch Revenge of the Sith, it's really great.
Yeah.
It's a really great movie. I don't know if I'll ever feel that way about The Last Jedi.
I do think with the Star Wars thing, you're right. Hayden Christensen got a lot of slack on him about how,
a lot of heat.
well, because like Episode 2, he was a little whiny in part of it.
I hate sand.
And it's memed, and it was kind of like the first, I don't know, just like the first kind of generation. Like, well, I don't know if social media was coming out or just people were just not happy about it.
Yeah.
And so Anakin being this a little crybaby, but then Episode 3 comes out. He's a lot better than Episode 3, and like I thought the writing was better. And it's he didn't write "I Hate Sand."
Yeah,
George Lucas.
You did what you had to do with the script.
And George Lucas, I love George Lucas. He's going to be a guest on the podcast pretty soon, so super excited to subscribe today. But with George Lucas, he did.
You know the rules.
George Lucas doesn't know how to write love dialogue.
No.
He knows how to do galactic, Well,
but like, did he write the in Episode 5 where Leia says "I love you" and Han Solo says "I know"?
That was improv.
Okay, I was
by
like,
Hans.
iconic lines.
Yeah,
that's right.
That was
because
improv.
initially he was supposed to say "I love you too," and he's like, Han Solo wouldn't say that.
Harrison Ford was like, "No,
Han Solo wouldn't
I would say that. No."
Yeah. That's why it was that's why it was so good. That's why it was so good.
So iconic. And so Brother Wayne once told me, he's like, Star Wars can have 2 good acts, but not 3. First act is good, the third act's good, but the middle act is terrible.
Drags a little bit.
And so in Attack of the Clones, the first act was awesome. The second act drags, and the third act is Attack of Geonosis.
That's Episode 5. Probably considered the best Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
First act, awesome. Middle drags a little bit when they get to Bespin.
Yeah.
Final act with finding the biggest secret in film history.
Yeah. It was like,
amazing.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And when I say time ruins all things, I'm thinking about our bodies decay and we grow old, and as soon as we're born, we're dying. And the world around us, we build these great these huge buildings and monuments and stuff like that, and time will wither them away. But it can also heal things too, relationships. Well. Glad you made it.
We have here.
Who just walks in whenever he wants to? Man.
An hour and 48 minutes late.
And not an ounce of guilt or remorse in those eyes.
He's trying to figure out the cameras too. We're still recording. You got cameras. You got my camera right
There's
here.
There's a fourth one now.
There's a fourth one now.
You see camera 2.
You have to edit all this out, by the
camera
way.
Camera 3. Camera 4. Yeah, we got. No, he's leaving this part in. We're publicly shaming.
Starting at the well.
But anyway, that's my nug. Is that time ruins all things, but time can also heal all things. And I'm talking relationships, people's perceptions of things. The Star Wars thing. I mean, come on.
I like that.
But we'll see if it heals Episode 8. I don't know if it will. Not for me.
A lot of Star Wars content right now is trying to heal that.
Yeah.
This one's coming from the God of War franchise that I recently implemented into my own life, and it's sometimes you need to do something for the sole reason being that it scares you to do it.
Oh yeah, that's
because
good.
There are things that in life, memories you won't make, people you won't meet, things you'll never do, potential growth that you'll never get to have.
Girls you'll never talk to.
And so there's all these things in life where you're scared to do it. And so that's kind of how I'm gauging some of the things I do, where there are things that's like, oh, I'm not going to do that. But then I ask myself, why? I'm scared. Is this something that can hurt me in the long run? And is it something that will draw me away from God? If it's something that will not hurt me, will not draw me away from God, then I'm like, I need to do it.
Cool. I'm going to eat this Brussels sprout.
I've started eating vegetables.
Yeah, good for you.
Which ones? Name your top 3.
Let's see. Well, I'm gonna take potato out because that's too easy.
That's a starch.
I love onions.
Okay.
I love onions.
Onions are good.
I'll have broccoli within like hibachi context.
All right.
See, I wouldn't eat broccoli. Broccoli is like a disdain.
Carrots
love
also
Carrots are
mainly within hibachi. Literally, if it's hibachi vegetables, I'm eating them.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
like onion, I love onions. They're so good.
So he eats a vegetable.
He
and then
eats,
he eats
he eats vegetable as a part of a rice plate.
Hey, that's
my,
progress.
My kid has started eating vegetables
That is
too
that's
because my
progress.
kid doesn't like vegetables either. But we've done a little hack with him.
Mm-hmm.
We give him peas, like little green English peas, and he just swallows them whole. He just put like 4 in his mouth and just some water to swallow
Greg
them,
Moore.
so he doesn't have to taste them.
Greg Moore
That
used to
sounds
pull that
more
on
painful.
me,
Yeah,
and I got to the point where I could swallow baby carrots whole,
yeah.
and it's not good on the stomach at all.
That doesn't seem healthy. Swallowing a giant carrot.
It was baby carrot. It was
Baby
like,
carrot, he
But
said.
still,
this
though,
big.
I don't know.
Anyway,
Yeah.
that's a good nug. Things that scare you.
Yeah.
God of War, also a great video game.
It's
Things that
great
scare
game.
you. You know, for my nugs of wisdom,
You gotta look. All that is gold does not glitter.
from the fire. Oh, wait.
From the ashes.
From the ashes, a fire shall be awoken. And for me, I've always had that kind of like on my heart about the ashes, a fire should be awoken. And it's like kind of like this idea of, you know, the year is past us. Whatever happened in 24, the memories of what happened is gone. But from those memories and from those trials and from those things you went through, you become a new person. You come out of the fire awoken into saying, I want to be something else. I choose to be something else. I'm woken up from all the things that have happened to me in the past, and I want to be living for God, living for others. You know,
That's what a relationship with Christ offers.
yeah,
Is renewal.
renewal.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of for me, like, especially in 2023, I found out some things, and then 2024 was kind of this battle, and then 2025, I'm hoping that from the ashes will be awoken just a new relationship, a better, stronger relationship with Michaela, with my friendships, with others, with family. And so that's kind of how I feel. That's my kind of my nugget of wisdom. Is like, no matter what you've been through, from the ashes, a fire shall be awoken.
The crownless again shall be king.
Yeah. It's completely original.
You're a king, man.
Yo, hey, who serves the king?
Crowned.
Let's go. Well, Jake, Garrett, I appreciate y'all so much on this podcast. It's a little bit longer episode than normal, but I'm super down for
We
it.
were waiting on somebody.
Yeah, we had to keep going until they got here. In fact, I have a whole nother game that we were supposed to play.
Dude, well, I mean, we're already over. Let's just do it.
You want to do it?
Yeah.
I got 2 more games. Jack, we're just going to do it. And we
Joe
can
Rogan can do 3-hour podcasts. We can do an hour and a half.
Dude, let's do it.
Let's just put it this way: we have more hair than Joe Rogan.
That's true.
So-
I
That's
don't.
Well, you have the beard.
That's true.
He
Yeah, he doesn't
doesn't.
have a beard. All right. This one's right here. You can both play it. You have $15 to spend to create the perfect bowl of food.
Okay.
Level 1 will be your base. Level 2 is protein. Level 3 is topping.
Okay.
And number 4 is topping.
All right, hang on.
You have $15. Yeah, are y'all going to keep counting your own?
Do you have do you have foods listed that cost?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
do
Yeah.
I get to know
Yeah.
each?
No,
Like,
no,
do
no.
I don't get to know the next level?
No, you don't. Just the level that you're on.
Okay.
Okay.
So for base level, for $1,
These are $1.
you get mixed veggies, non-hibachi. 2, spinach. 3, arugula. 4, buttered noodles. 5, white or brown rice. What are you doing to create the perfect bowl?
All right. Tell me $2 again.
It's spinach.
Okay.
3 is arugula. 4 is buttered noodles. 5 is rice, white or brown.
It has
So-
to be a 4 or 5.
So I could do 3 5s if I wanted.
Just eat rice. For this purpose, let's just say no.
Arugula.
It's 4 or 5 for me.
All right, well,
And
choose it.
I'm picking 5.
You're picking 5, all right?
I want my rice.
Garrett went 5. What are you doing, Jake?
What was 4 again? Buttered noodles.
Butter noodles. A noodle dream. Paul, you had the noodle dream.
I'm gonna go ahead and do spinach for $2.
Ooh. Do you like spinach?
I do love raw spinach. Cooked spinach is fine too, but I'll eat raw spinach and just about anything.
Interesting.
So I've
Okay.
spent $2.
All right. Level 2 is your protein for $1 tofu, and I will judge you if you choose that. Number 2 is you have tuna. 3, grilled chicken. 4, flank steak. And 5, chicken and steak.
Oh.
I'll do steak right now.
Okay.
I'm going to go chicken.
Flank steak I can make really good. I can make
Grilled
really good.
Yeah, just give me the grilled chicken. I want the steak with it, but it's not worth the $2 extra.
Let me mark this out.
All right. So right now you got $6. You got $8.
How many more categories do we have?
2.
Okay.
So you have
$7.
you have $7 left. That's pretty good. All right. Level 3, topping number 1.
Okay.
Onions.
Cooked or raw? Does it matter?
User choice.
Okay.
2, cilantro. 3, lettuce. 4, salsa and beans. 5, cheese and corn.
What kind of beans? Whatever you want.
Black beans.
See,
Black beans.
Yeah.
I'm not a corn guy, so the cheese and corn out. Easy decision, onions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think some cooked onions with this would be good too. Well, you said 4 was the salsa and beans though.
Mm-hmm.
That would put me at 8, 10, and there's 2 more to go after this.
No, it's just one more after this. It's only 4 levels.
Oh, then give me
Oh,
salsa.
what?
Give me salsa and beans.
Now I wish I
Okay.
could go back and pick the chicken and steak.
Well, maybe we'll let you do that. All right. Topping number 2, honey mustard for $1. 2, a lime. 3, grilled veggies. 4, sour cream. 5, guac and pico de gallo. How many dollars do you have left?
I have 5 to play with.
What do you have?
I can
I have
get anything.
6.
You have 6?
So like, even if I pick the best thing, it's not going all the way on my price.
Well, maybe you can spend on something else too.
All right, read them to me again.
$1 honey mustard.
Yeah, that wouldn't do good. with us.
$2 lime. $3
Be
grilled
okay.
veggies. $4 sour cream. $5 guac and pico de gallo.
Give me the grilled veggies.
Grilled veggies.
I'll take a lime to sprinkle over this. I think that would be good. There's probably already some lime in the salsa.
And how much money do you have left over?
$3.
I also have $3 left over.
Do y'all want to go buy something else? Throw on top of it?
I'll spend the $2 extra to make it chicken and steak.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'll do that too.
Okay.
If you'll let me do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they want
So
chicken
I have
steak.
$1 left over.
So I also have $1 left over still.
You want to throw in some tofu on it?
No,
some
thank
mixed
you.
veggies?
No, thank you.
Or honey mustard?
That's not a bad move. That's not a bad move though.
Yeah.
I can make
delicious.
I can make a good flank steak. I can make it really good. I'm actually steak is like my thing at home.
Really?
I love cooking steak.
Can you, if I were to get like a ribeye or T-bone,
Bring it over.
you can do all that?
Bring it over.
I actually just
I don't do it on the grill. I'm not a grill steak guy.
Oh.
I
So
am
you-
stove top,
Okay.
butter based.
Oh.
I respect that.
So what I do is I sear it on either
Yeah.
side, and then I put a pat of butter in there with some oil so it doesn't burn, and then I baste the steak with butter. I only season with salt and pepper.
Can you get it to like a medium or medium
Oh
rare?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Not
Really
raw.
easy.
I'm doing a lot of steak lately. I'm doing eye of round because it's cheap and I'm learning how to cook it.
Yeah.
So I don't want to the first one I cooked was brown all the way through.
That's not good.
Yeah.
No,
that's
it
fucked
wasn't.
up.
And it's like I ate it just because I spent the money. But it's also like
Depending on how thick it is, 2 minutes on each side.
that's what I've been told. And the
And
next
then
one I did
baste it in
was
butter.
a
Let it
lot
rest
better.
as long as you let it cook. If you cooked it for 5 minutes, let it rest for 5 minutes. It'll continue to cook.
It's
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't think I knew that.
eating steak and learning to cook it myself. The biggest difference is having a baked potato on there with the steak. And the
Ooh.
steak is gone, but you still have the potato. You literally just get to rub the potato in the meat
Yeah.
juice, and it's
Oh,
so
yeah.
good.
Dude, my dad was military. Was still a military guy, but growing up, steak was always well done, and it was like just chewy.
You and Michaela should come over sometime. We'll cook steaks.
Oh, I
I'll cook
would
one
love
for-
it.
I'll cook one for you.
Well, I used to hate steak, and it was in college that my friend Avery was like,
You're eating
"Why,
it. Right?
why do you hate steak? Like, it's delicious." I'm like, "No, it's terrible. I've had steak plenty of times." He's like, "Let me cook you a steak." And so I was like, "All right, whatever." So
Changed your life.
changed my life. Shout out to my boy Avery Ross. Changed my life. I was like, "Oh wait, steak doesn't have to."
My
cook.
sister-in-law is a well-done person, which I'm like,
Jackson is too.
what is the matter with you? Oh yeah, y'all went on a trip and he got like a
$20 steak on a
steak.
$10. And I'll say my perspective of that is it comes And Ben walks over there and gets on his knees by the table, and he's like,
Well, hold on. Don't tell my punchline before I tell the whole story. My perspective is, here's Ben's punchline.
all right, go ahead and tell it.
Thank you. All right. Just to set the base, this is Jackson, our producer over there. I don't know if he could get on any of the cameras, but he is in middle school at this point, and we're on a ski trip. And I said to everybody, you have like a $10 limit.
Where are we all eating?
Mexican restaurant.
Okay.
Like $10 limit, get a quesadilla, nachos, whatever. Like, and I'm going to
If
pay
you order
the bill.
more, you have to pay for it yourself if you have the money.
Or just don't.
Or just don't do it.
Yeah, because we're going to put it all in one tab. And so it's like, everybody's like, okay, great. Well, I go over there, and I hear this guy like sizzling. I was like, what the heck is sizzling? And I go over there, and Jackson orders a steak, like a big old steak, has all these sides on it. And I'm like, what are you doing? And I said, Jackson, what is it? Where's the menu? I get the menu. It's $21 for like a steak. I was like, this is not a $10 like item, not even close. Not like it's $12. And I was like, dude, half of this steak is mine. And he goes like, he's like, little middle school Jackson, like, okay. And so I go and I cut the steak in half. And I said, this half is mine. And he was like, oh, okay. And I was like, all right, well, now I feel bad because he's not like.
He's not fighting me on it.
No, he's not fighting me. We're just like, and it just felt bad. So I was like, fine,
The worst part was
eat it.
you were not as calm as you're portraying it. So my table, I'm leaning out of my booth watching this. He goes, what did you order? A steak? How much did that cost? And then I see him get on his knees with the okay, I told you $10, right? This was $20. So that must be half of this steak is mine.
Were your parents there?
Yes.
They watched the whole thing
They were livid at Jackson.
Everyone
Not
was
me.
watching it happen. Ben was lighting up this little middle schooler. I'm pretty sure other tables there. I saw a waitress walk out, and she's just got their like tray of waters, and she's like,
He's got a special relationship with the Payne family.
Yeah. I also wasn't not that bad. It wasn't like they were like, do we need to call somebody? No.
Like CPS.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
you
like,
were brutal towards them.
I was, man.
And then
I had strict rules, and he did not pay the rules. And his parents were so apologetic. They're like, "We're so sorry." And I was like,
We'll pay you the $11.
Yeah, like I was like, "It's fine. I'm just giving him a hard
and
time."
keep in mind, he didn't even end up liking the steak.
Yeah, yeah.
He didn't even eat the steak. He
He had
didn't
like a
like
third
it.
of it.
He won't make eye contact with me right now.
Yeah. Yeah. So Jackson has an interesting relationship with steaks.
Okay.
Oh gosh. All right. Well, I appreciate y'all being on the podcast.
Yeah, man.
Y'all want to do one last thing?
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Let's get it. This one I'm really excited for. So this might be a whole little bit. I thought it'd be really funny for us when we had to collaborate on it
Okay.
to create the perfect presidential cabinet. So vice president, human health services, homeland, like all the different roles.
Around what president?
We're the president.
The three of us are.
Yeah.
Kind
And
of
we-
like the Holy Trinity, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the presidential Trinity.
I call it spirit. And here's the thing: with the three of us, it doesn't have to be. It can be mostly real people, but it doesn't have to be real people. People we would think would be good. So it can be a fictional character, but we have to agree on who it is.
Okay. It's gonna take a while. We argue a lot.
Or we could just we just go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That way, there's no arguing,
feel like-
and you just tell us why you chose that character.
I feel like I've got one for the health and fitness one.
All right, who wants to go first, second, third? Because you don't know what order I have it in.
I'll go first. That's
You
fine.
go first,
I'll go
second.
second, yeah.
I'll go third. All right.
Okay.
So right now for the presidential cabinet, Jake, you choose the vice president.
Okay. Vice president, I think, is somebody who has to be organized.
Right.
Somebody who has to be likable.
Right.
That you have to have a personality that people will engage with.
Love it.
And you don't cringe when this person is talking or cackling. But I think a good vice president, I'm going to go fictional here.
Okay. Yeah.
I think a good vice president, and I'm not like, I may be a conservative guy, but I'm not like women shouldn't be in positions of power. Pepper Potts would be a fantastic vice president.
Yo,
That's good.
we're at Stark Industries.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I think Pepper Potts would be really great at that role.
I'm voting for Pepper Potts. I love it.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Health and Human Resources.
Okay, that's
Health
the
and
one.
Human Resources. Has Jackson Payne yapped to you about One Punch Man yet? So basically,
I know it is like an
whole
anime
plot,
character.
he beats everyone in one punch, and it's like, how did he get this strong? His whole thing was, every day I wake up and do 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and a 5-kilometer run. And I'm like, all right, yeah, he got basically superpowers from how fit he got. Get that guy in there. He's
Boom.
the health guy.
Herschel Walker did that too.
Yes, and he won the Heisman, so it's pretty much the same thing.
Pretty much the same thing.
All right, fine, we'll put him in then.
Herschel Walker, sweet.
All right, nice. Is our Health and Human Services. All right, for a Homeland.
You don't even know who Herschel Walker
No,
is,
he
do you?
doesn't.
No, he's a football guy.
Okay. I mean, you go to his alma
Yes,
mater.
I know. He is a UGA.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
Was he a
Legend.
coach or a player? That's.
He was a player.
You don't know?
He's a
He's a
running back.
legendary
I'm sorry,
running
I
back.
didn't start getting into Georgia football until I went to college.
Okay,
there.
it's amazing you don't know after being there for 2 years. 3
For
years.
me, I get to choose the Homeland Security.
Uh-oh.
And I've thought about this since y'all were talking. For Homeland Security, I'm going to go real person.
Oh,
And I'm going to choose Hulk Hogan.
Terry Bonilla,
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan
good.
is going to be Homeland Security because he's like, what you doing, brother? I'm going to take you
Let me
down.
tell you something, brother. You think you're going to cross over the line into Ukraine. You're going to see what the 24-inch pythons do to you. What you going to do
God.
when Hulkamania runs wild on you?
Dude, I feel so safe right now. like that's what I'm talking about, baby. Come on. Hulkamania.
Hollywood Hogan or Hollywood Hogan or Hulkamania Hogan?
It just depends on if it's like re-election year or not.
I got it.
Yeah. Hollywood Hogan starts off.
It's a little more brutal.
Comes in strong, but then like kind of like the fun.
Hulkamania is all about
Hulkamania,
America.
like, hey, re-elect
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am a real American. Yeah.
I love
That's
it.
so good. It is a real person.
All right.
Wrestling's not fake.
Don't you ever use that word. All right. Jake?
Yeah.
Or should we snake it?
You can
Not-
stake it
not-
so you can double pick if you want. I don't care.
No, actually it works out perfect. The way you get to choose this one.
Okay.
Attorney General.
Attorney General.
Do you know what that means?
no.
Okay, well, that's good. Here's a little civics lesson for you.
Yeah.
They're basically the lawyer for the America.
Okay, I heard attorney. I figured.
Yeah.
They help interpret and keep the law, right?
No, that's the judicial system.
That's
They
Supreme
prosecute
Court.
people.
Prosecute the okay.
Yeah, they prosecute on
but
behalf
they
of the
they
country.
are experts on the law.
Yeah.
They
Oh
know
yeah.
the law
Oh
well
yeah. They
enough
have to be.
prosecute.
And they go against criminals, people who go against the government federally.
It's weird that I keep going
Fictional.
fictional.
No, go fictional, dude. It's
But
the
I
best
thought about
cabinet.
this is what I thought about is in the Dark Knight
Oh yeah.
when the guy who was holding all of the gangster money, you know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
And he flew overseas, and they were like, we don't have the jurisdiction to go get him. So I said, Batman has no jurisdiction,
Yeah.
and we've got a lot of global stuff happening right now. I think Bruce Wayne should be your Attorney General. Dude. With Batman in the back pocket.
In the back pocket.
No jurisdiction.
He would fight crime so well.
Yeah, hell
He's
yeah.
like, I am for justice. I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman. Doom. These are hockey pads. I'm
Imagine that.
hockey pads.
The press is acting the attorney. The press is asking the attorney general, Batman. He's getting out of hand. What are we gonna do? Is this legal? Yeah, no, it's all right.
Well, I'll have
It's
to
okay.
I'll talk to him.
I'll show him legal with my fist of justice. No, I'm sorry. Dude, I love that Batman. I love doing that voice.
Yeah.
That's so great. Sorry, I just want to do more Batman. Do the Bane one too? Ever done the Bane?
I could do the Bane.
Do the
one.
Bane.
That's good. It's like,
What makes you feel like you're in charge?
Like, yeah, he puts like the hand on his shoulder.
do you feel like you're in charge?
You merely embraced the darkness.
I was born in it.
Molded by it.
Oh, that's so good.
I didn't see a light till I was a milkman.
Yeah.
All
Man,
right.
such a
So,
good character.
Treasury Secretary.
Somebody that's good with money.
That's the money person there. See, Bruce Wayne would have been good for that one too. That's
He actually wasn't very good with his money.
No, he actually didn't control it.
the thing.
He didn't control his money. He actually overspent quite a bit.
Dude, come on, think deep here. I know who you should choose.
I don't think Han Solo would be good.
That's
No,
not
no,
even
what?
close.
No, I wasn't even close.
He's
I
a
think-
smuggler.
No, Midas. Midas, like
Just turn everything
the
into
fable
gold.
with the Midas touch.
Oh, Midas touch.
What's
But
he
if
gonna
you
do?
turn-
Make us more
but
money?
if you turn everything into gold, it becomes less valuable.
Well, we're not on the gold standard anymore.
Doesn't matter. That's what Midas does, though. He turns everything into gold. It makes
Gold.
it, if everything's gold, it's less valuable.
All right. Well, who were you thinking? Give me a hint here.
I was thinking the duck. Is it Scrooge McDuck?
Scrooge McDuck.
That like dives into the coins and he's like swimming in the. You know what I'm talking about? With Huey, Dewey, Louie. He's like
That's so
swimming.
good.
Like he's like
From DuckTales.
From
I feel like
DuckTales.
he's a
McDuck.
hoarder, though.
Scrooge
Like,
McDuck. Of money.
Of money.
We need him to hoard the money and control the flow.
To make sure
That's
we're not
economics.
overspending. What do you think the biggest detriment is to our economy right now? Government overspending.
I would agree with that.
That's why Doge is going to come in, and the government is not going to be happy.
Who is like?
The Department of Government Efficiency.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Doge, like that little dog.
No,
on
I'm
the
talking about
internet.
the DOGE.
No, he's talking about Scrooge McDuck coming in there.
I'm talking
going,
about
quack quack.
Elon McDuck and Vivek Rama
You know what?
McDuck.
Actually, wait. Elon Musk. I'm putting Elon Musk. I feel like he'd do
Is it
pretty
Treasury
good job.
Department?
I'm putting Elon Musk as Treasury.
I mean, he's
Now that you mention
he's
him.
made a lot of money. I don't know if he
Well,
he
and
manages
he's like
it
he
all,
is
but-
legitimately crap talked how the government is spending and has said this
Well,
needs
that's
to get
that's
in
why
line.
that's why he's going to come in and clean house.
Well,
Exactly.
for me, I had the Secretary of State. Do you know what the Secretary of State does?
Yeah, their military stuff, war.
That is incorrect.
Oh, man. It's a good
There's
thing
so
I'm not-
much confidence.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, we're doing a civics lesson mixed in with this. Secretary of State does foreign relations.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
they're
so
like,
war.
Nope.
no, like
That's
treaties.
a Secretary of Defense, bud.
Yeah, Secretary of Defense. So for Secretary of State, the reason why I had to explain it is because diplomatically, I think Yoda is wise. He's calm. He's cool. He's collect. He would get everybody together. He would get them like good relationships. Oh, every once in a while, does a little cloak,
Yeah.
pulls the lightsaber like, talk back, you do.
Or you can just do Jedi
Like-
mind tricks.
Ooh, treaty you must sign.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Like, yeah, got it. Like, I'm just telling you, I think Yoda would be really good with relationships. He has a lot of experience with the Galactic Senate. So, even though technically the Emperor kind of like, well, did a fast one on him.
Yeah.
But yeah, Yoda's my choice.
Okay.
Everybody good with that?
Yep. That's
Yeah,
perfect. That's fine.
All right. I thought this was going to be mine, but I didn't realize the Secretary of State. So this one goes to you.
Give it to me. Tell me.
Yours is education.
Oh, okay.
Because I thought it was going to be me. I was
I
like,
thought
oh,
you were going
that's
to say
perfect.
Secretary of Defense.
You know who.
Yeah, I feel like I do.
Wait,
Of education or defense?
of education.
Oh, well,
You want to switch?
yeah, sure.
You do defense and I'll do education.
Yeah, yeah.
What? I want defense.
Education, Miss Frizzle.
Oh,
Dude, Magic School Bus. Come on, dude.
That's
Dude.
good.
I got you that time.
Yeah, you saw it.
Come on, ride the Magic School Bus. All right, it was between her or Bill Nye in my head, but I'm like, Magic School Bus has magic.
Yeah.
You get to go places. You're traveling. You're learning. I'm not choosing some professor at Hogwarts because they don't do math, science, English, or history. All they do is potions.
They call
and
it
stuff.
arithmancy.
Oh, I don't like that.
Someone
Hogwarts.
told me recently.
Miss
like,
Frizzle, baby.
if the magic school bus was real, it could be inside your body right now, and you wouldn't even know.
Dude, they're learning. That's what I do know.
Yeah.
And that's why we need her in
They're
charge
like,
of
that's what a
education.
cheeseburger looks like in someone's stomach.
Yeah, not someone who doesn't know the world of education. All right. Going to back to you.
Uh-huh.
We have energy. Department of Energy.
Department of Energy.
That was kind of tough.
Well, initially, I was saving one for defense, but he would be good for energy too, because he's trying to be the number one name in clean energy.
Who's that?
It was Tony Stark,
Oh.
but I feel like he would be a better person to have in the defense position of all. Like
Who's
the way
picking
his-
defense? Like
mind
looking at the
is.
cycle.
We don't know. You know my pick. But like somebody who's good in renewable energy.
As you're thinking, I'll give you a little side note. The Department of Education and the Department of Energy was created by one President Jimmy Carter. And we just want to take a moment to say, we love you, Jimmy. Thank you for watching over us. We love you, man.
Moved on over the Rainbow Bridge.
Yeah,
Let's
he's
give
the
him a
best.
moment of silence.
In just a moment, because it's an audio only format.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So energy. I think Tony Stark's good because he created a whole new element.
Yeah. So maybe
And-
defense
and
would
so
be
it's
a different person.
a different
Like,
person.
The arc reactor technology
It's just fantastic.
Is just like self-sustaining clean energy.
Yeah.
That's what he wanted Stark Tower to be. A beacon is what he called it, of self-sustaining clean energy.
I love
so
it.
let's go with Tony Stark. And
For
then maybe
energy.
Iron Man could be the Secretary of Defense.
Or War Machine.
Or War. Oh, there you go.
All right. So Garrett, you have agriculture.
Agriculture?
Do you know what that is?
Yeah, that's,
I just want to make
it's
sure.
farming and
There
stuff.
we go. There we go. Just want to make sure.
Oh my god.
Ag.
Agriculture. I mean, we got to think. Who are the famous like farmers
I don't
back in
know.
the day? Like, oh my gosh.
I don't know if
I'm picking the Jolly Green Giant.
Jolly Green
The
Giant.
Jolly
Okay.
Green Giant, you know.
I thought you were gonna say Old McDonald.
No,
He
he
had a
had a
farm.
farm. He didn't grow food. He had the animals.
Okay.
Old McDonald.
I didn't know his whole life story. I'm sorry. I just figured
I
he
mean-
maybe broke out in some crops, but maybe not. Jolly Green Giant does a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of good crops. Jackson, you okay with that choice? Yeah. You wake you up? All right. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
I'm going to do commerce.
Okay.
Money, 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 money. Commerce is interesting because it's not just like the treasury is about how the government spends money. Commerce is how we like bring money into.
See, That's where I would put Scrooge McDuck. Because he got all that money from his business spendings. That's where I would put him.
Too late. So
He's already the
like,
Secretary of the Treasury.
Okay. For the commerce, people who know how to bring money, attract business, I'm going to go with Cabbage Man from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Not my cabbages. If you don't know that, Jackson, I want you to put a huge picture right here of the Cabbage Man because the Cabbage Man knows how to sell. Even when his business gets destroyed,
Still selling.
he bounces back and he sells cabbages like a boss. And you know that's
He
true.
has to work very closely with the Secretary of Agriculture.
I'm sorry. I'm
They're
personally,
besties. You know?
I'm personally fearing for our country now because every time he would get his business up
Oh
and
my
running, the
gosh.
Avatar would destroy it. As soon as the country's economy is running well, what is the Avatar going to do to our country?
That was just a deep pull, and I'm like, I don't know. Not my cabbages. All right. Jake,
Barely. Yeah.
defense. What you got?
Okay. So Tony Stark has been taken, but I think as somebody who thinks on a more global scale, another. I've got Tony and I've got Pepper already in the same cabinet.
Yeah, someone just watched a Marvel movie.
I know. Well, actually, so Liam he's like, I want to watch all the Marvel movies in order, and so we just got done with Guardians last night.
He's a great son.
Yeah. But Nick Fury would be a great Secretary of Defense.
Oh yeah, I mean he's got Shield.
He's got Shield
Yeah.
behind him.
And
Which,
like-
Shield is no more now, right?
Yeah. Well, now it's like current continuity. I think it's Saber.
Yeah.
But it's like no Hydra though.
Yeah, no
We're-
Hydra.
We're a world with no
And
Hydra
no
infiltration.
infiltration of Hydra.
Yeah, just him. He would do a good job.
Yeah.
All right, you have Garrett.
Hit him with it again.
Housing and urban development.
How is he in urban development?
Do you know what that is?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Dude, I don't make it up. This is,
Dude, what?
we need that position. We need it.
We do.
So you got to pick a good one.
You
Don't
gotta
screw it up.
Urban
Yeah.
development. Oh man.
Don't screw it up.
Mm.
We'll vote you down if you do.
Oh, come on. You got somebody.
I'm gonna pick the Avatar here, because imagine this: you go Avatar State, use earthbending. Do you know how many homes you could create
I did think about that.
using
An
earthbending?
earthbender
And so
to
my
help
idea was like,
develop
I need
urban.
someone
Yeah,
who like
that's
has the
true.
ability to manipulate the earth, and I was like, that's
That's
either
true.
like someone with
now,
alchemic abilities
here's
or
the here's the
earthbending.
thing. Here's the thing, though. That is one small part of developing something for housing. Is doing the developing the ground to do the foundation. There's a lot more to it.
But the
than-
Avatar physically, but also is very spiritual, supposed to be wise, has all the experiences of previous avatars.
okay.
It
There'll be
can
some
bring that
empathy
wisdom, you know,
So you're
wisdom
talking about
to the role.
You're talking about Aang, then.
Or I don't know,
Yeah,
just the
I'm
current
gonna
one.
say Aang.
The current one.
Is Aang the current one that we know of?
I was thinking like 2025. Maybe
Oh, we don't know who.
there's like a
we're
new
gonna
one.
say Aang.
See, that's you're putting
Just
a lot
Aang.
on. We don't know who
But
you're
it's-
even talking
I
about.
also
You're just
say-
saying a avatar.
Like a Gen Z
We'll say
avatar.
Aang,
No, thank
Aang,
you.
But think about this. Do you know how difficult it is to get equipment in certain areas? So, like, let's say there are people in the mountains who need homes.
Someone like Aang, but can metal bend.
Yes.
Yeah.
So imagine
Because Aang couldn't metal bend.
So rather than needing to get a big crane to put a rock up to be a wall, you just dude would be like,
You don't put a rock up to be a wall. You make
Stone
You
home.
make bricks out of the stone.
he doesn't need to.
You
he
pick.
can earthbend it.
This is the wrong person to pick for housing and urban development.
But hey, you know what? It's a great cabinet so far.
Oh boy.
All right, for me, I have Department of Interior. Oh boy.
What does that do, Ben?
Department of Interior is like highways, making sure that bridges are nice, roads are good, making sure the interior and structure of the state is in the country
Got
is
it.
good.
Optimus Prime would be good there.
Oh,
That's not a bad move.
it's not a bad move. I do like me some Optimus Prime, and he get the Autobots
They're
on
gonna be
it.
rolling out.
Yeah. All right. You know what? I want Optimus Prime, and once again, bringing wisdom,
My
bringing
name
characters.
Is Optimus Prime.
Bringing inspiration,
Will
honestly.
fix the roads. The Autobots must drive.
Imagine we go to war and another country hears, oh, they're sending the Department of Interior's head. What?
Right.
And all the Autobots.
With the Secretary of State.
Yeah.
All right. And Batman. It is everybody. Dude, we're crushing it,
How many
bro.
more do we have?
We have 3 more.
Okay.
All right. So we all get one more.
All right.
All right. So, Jake, you get the Department of Labor.
Labor. So this is the one who's ensuring that jobs are being created and that people are able to access those jobs. We're trying to keep jobs local here, right?
I also think it's in charge of, I could be wrong, but I also, you're right about everything you just said, but I also think they're in charge of the welfare program too.
So the welfare of our
Not welfare, unemployment.
unemployment
Unemployment
and
as well.
labor. Okay. So we're trying to keep unemployment numbers down. We're trying to keep jobs local.
Mm-hmm.
We want to we don't want to outsource a lot of things. We want to keep things.
So, I just thought of something.
I thought of
That'd
a
be funny.
worse, I thought of a
But it's
worse
not good,
pick
though.
for this.
Yeah, I did too.
Oh, is
I
it
thought
not?
of Pharaoh from the Bible.
I thought of Emperor Palpatine. Build a Death Star. like, we got jobs for you.
Oh man.
Pharaoh would have been like, y'all want to build a pyramid or something?
Emperor Palpatine knows how to build an empire.
Yeah.
But let's not do that. Let's not do villains.
That's not what Pharaoh
Yeah.
or Palpatine.
Let's not put that. Let's not put that
Cabinet.
that aura on our team here, our cabinet.
I think we just need somebody who has a good work ethic.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that somehow, even though he was born a long time ago, is still young in our day and age and is a great American. Steve Rogers.
I was thinking
Of America.
Steve Rogers.
He's not only a great soldier, but he comes from a generation that had a great work ethic. And they wanted to do things themselves, and there wasn't like, oh, I'm just going to throw this out and buy a new one. I fixed this myself, and they want to put people to work. They don't want people to just sit around and wait for somebody to do something for them.
I wish we could trade because I have someone for labor.
Oh, okay.
You may have taken mine for veteran affairs because that's what I'm having.
Okay.
Steve Rogers would be great
This is
for-
we're
This
all
is a
agreeing
discussion.
here.
Like,
We're all
okay,
agreeing.
He gets
okay.
the final say,
So-
but it's
So
worth
Steve
it.
Rogers. So
For veteran affairs.
we have 3 left: labor, transportation, and veterans affairs.
So don't forget though, Sam Wilson was doing more for veterans before Steve Rogers knew about what veterans were going.
But let me throw this out there
Okay,
for
okay,
labor.
okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Bob the Builder.
Oh, okay.
That guy knows how to build.
That's true. Wait a
You
minute.
get create jobs.
What about Tim the Toolman Taylor
Yo,
from Home Improvement?
and he hires Bob as a subcontractor.
Yeah.
They kind of work together.
Yeah, something like that. You can have Steve Rogers for veteran affairs. That's probably a good idea.
Yeah, I'll take Steve / he'll hire Sam Wilson.
Yeah,
advocate for veterans.
Yeah, and then we'll take Bob the Builder with Tim the Toolman Taylor.
For labor, dude.
labor.
This is unstoppable,
Yeah.
Captain.
All right, what's
now.
Derek's what's Garrett's last one?
Department of Transportation.
See, and now I'm feeling stupid for suggesting Optimus Prime to you.
No. You can do way more for transportation.
So, like, I think cars. And I'm assuming shipping through boats, planes,
That's
stuff
commerce,
like that.
right? But they have to work directly. They have to work with the Secretary of Commerce to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, they probably I would say transportation is probably like it's probably not just roads, but like cars and what cars were allowed, emissions,
What about
Regulations.
regulations
with planes.
probably flying, with airplanes,
Rocket
trains.
ships.
We
Why
still
do you keep saying rocket ships? I feel like you have somebody in mind with rocket
thinking,
ships.
I'm
probably not
thinking,
rocket ships,
oh.
but with transportation, also people don't realize most cargo is moved by trains still.
Yeah.
Also 18-wheelers, all those things. That's all transportation.
Yeah, Optimus Prime would have been a good one for that.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: do we know someone that can do portals?
Oh.
Because that would help transportation. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I just get this? Everybody on the cameras, and we're doing it. All right, you get to name it.
Do you know who we're talking about when we do
Yes,
that?
you're talking about Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
But I'm also
Or Wong.
I'm thinking here, Thanos, but only with the space.
We
and
already
power
said
stones.
we're not doing villains.
We're not doing
Thanos
villains.
cannot be
We
trusted.
We can't do
He
villains.
can't be trusted.
Can't be trusted.
Can't be trusted.
What if he has to listen to the president?
Can't be
then?
trusted.
Can't be trusted.
All right.
Can't be trusted.
You could do Rocket Raccoon. That guy builds a lot of things.
We'll just. Ooh, that's actually he is kind of.
Is it transportation though?
I mean, no, you probably don't want Rocket Raccoon. That's true.
He's a little.
I think you want someone who can do portals.
Let's just throw Doctor Strange in there.
And he's smart too. Like he knows like medicine too. He knows, he could do a lot of logical solving.
Mm-hmm.
So right here we have created through the three presidents head here the most awesome cabinet. If you can suggest someone in the comments below, either on Instagram or YouTube or just in your car, who you would have put in one of these positions that we didn't think of, and that would have been so smart. Let us know, and the next time Garrett and Jake are on here, I'll put that up there. Like, hey, someone commented this. Like, this person would have been really good. Like, oh, you didn't think about Big Bird for agriculture. And I was like, okay, I don't know why that worked, but like, I don't know. I just came up with one that was terrible. But like, if it was just somebody that you came up with and it was really good, we would love to have it.
Yep.
So, with that being said, don't forget we are on Apple and Spotify. Listen to us there. Subscribe on YouTube. Like the videos. Watch it. These guys, their videos blowing up, and also their audio numbers are really, really good too. So I appreciate y'all being on here. We love you for listening
Always.
and subscribing to the Ben Mayfield Podcast. Peace.